I'm just checking. My name is Tom Martino, and
Wow.
I am on the radio. And if elected, I will build back better.
All right.
I am not.
Let's not use that slogan.
I am.
Hey, Kelly, are you suing Michael for defamation after what he said on his show today?
He said, I hate Kelly.
He did. I think you have a good case for defamation. I'll be willing to take it on a percentage basis.
Did you say a defamation lawsuit or a defecation lawsuit?
Both, because there's shit all over her.
Good comeback, Doc. And who's calling Doxino?
Everyone. Good morning, Kay. Now, Troubleshooter Show. Are you in a position to hang on and talk to Kelly? I'm the idiot who runs the audio, and I need no help. Okay. Oh, we're Brown's goner. Sorry, brother. You bet. Bye.
Let's get Deputy Bob Smarty on.
All right.
Hey, check your email. I sent you some stuff about Jorge.
Yeah, I see
Hey,
it.
Horn.
He's not that great of a guy.
Hey, Horn.
Hey, Tom, are we off? Can anybody hear us?
Yeah.
We're off.
Will we have a major today? Or is he sailing all day?
We're back on. I don't know why, but you know what? That does not go unnoticed.
I know why.
Why?
There's no
Yeah, but I mean, what does that mean? That there's less of those, so why should there be more of them ripping people off? There's less of them in number.
because they come up with no background.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do this, and everybody else, anybody can do it.
It's Marty, huh? Or a dog?
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Hey, man. How you doing? How's the weather in Florida?
No, he's back.
Why are you in Colorado?
See?
Oh, my God. Oh, gotcha. So you're like a snowbird. Okay. Oh, wonderful. I live in Aurora, so anytime you want to come play golf, I live on the 12th tee.
Where? We're shooting
Well, they do have the best Costco there. All right. Hang on. I will let Tom know that you have a couple updates. All right, hold on.
I want to give my update first. I'm waiting for 2 days.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you? Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah, he's on, they are actually on vacation for now. He dials in remotely. So they're, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Weird.
Hey, Kelly.
Say yes, Doc? Tell Doc. talk to you.
What's up?
Hey, what golf course do you live on?
Ooh, can you bring him up a little bit?
Well, can you yell, Doc?
What golf course?
What golf course? What golf course? He wants to know.
Oh, Blackstone. Blackstone Country Club.
Oh, that is such a tough course.
Is it?
Well,
He said it's...
Black Bear is a lot more difficult than
maybe I meant
Blackstone.
Black Bear. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Black Bear is the sister course of Blackstone, but Blackstone has the gauntlet, which is the last 4 holes, which you basically just, I don't know, spray Titleist all over the place. I don't know, that's what my husband does, and my daughter. My daughter's a golfer, so.
What's up, Andrea?
Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
And they gave me another number, and they told me another number, and I got bounced around. So I did leave have a case number with the Denver one, and they're going to look into it. And
Okay.
if I'm bounced out of their county, then there's nothing that they can do.
Oh, bless your heart.
They said they can't do anything?
So what she did, she said she took my information,
Yeah.
and she said I'm going to put in the report that I guess
Oh, my gosh.
this shows up in Arapahoe County.
Okay, well then call Arapahoe County Public Health.
I called them, they said go to the coder, then they called the housing people, and then the Brothers Development, and nobody is answering, so I'm just giving, no one answering this session.
All of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW. $1,000 in your hand. Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Tom, solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints, and making your life just a little easier. All you have to do is call 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com, and I really mean it works. It's Panacea Life Sciences. I know you heard a lot of commercials all over the place about CBD products. I will tell you this. I have personally tried dozens. I've also read clinical studies, and I swear by Panacea Life Sciences in Golden. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. 30% off with Tom in the promo code. Whether you're looking for pain remedies, inflammation, anti-inflammation pills, or tinctures, or you want anti-anxiety. Real CBD. That works.com. 30% off with Tom in the promo code. They also have cosmetic line with anti-inflammatory properties. So welcome. Listen, I want you to do me a favor. And when you hear, and I'm serious, we call my endorsements in content. We actually call them that behind the scenes. What that means is we talk about them. I often talk about these people, and I recommend them in content, apart and in addition to their commercials. And I think you've heard when we've had people on complaining, not a lot, but if they have any issues with people I endorse, I want to know straight up. It's a real deal for me. That's how I've survived 40 years. If we're getting great results, I want to know about it, but I certainly want to know about anything that doesn't measure up to your standards. So welcome to the show. And speaking of the standards of this show, as I said, it's not political, but we comment on political. We also, I believe, have a bunch of radical centrists, or people who are radical about one thing or another on one side or the other, but always meander back to the center. I have said before, and I'll say it again, our lives are manipulated not by fact, not by speech, not by truth, not by fiction, not by right, not by wrong, but by politics. Never before have our lives been ruled by politics like now. It's driving me crazy. People will bend their morals, their love life, their family associations, their socializing, everything to their politics. You know what I find funny is that Oprah, and again, I'll say this about anybody, I promise you, I don't bend one way or the other depending on the issue, but Oz got popular because of Oprah. I don't know if she knew he was a staunch conservative, and now everybody who gave him honorariums to be on boards are taking him away. Oz is a bad guy right now, not because he changed his idea about medicine. Not one thing changed. Not one iota changed. The only thing that changed is he came out as a Republican. I swear to God, I have seen so many people bent and destroyed, relationships destroyed over politics. If you've ever had experiences, let me know. But one thing about this show, I don't care where you are on the political spectrum, we will help you if you've been lied to, cheated, or ripped off. Let's talk to Vladimir right now. Our number is 303-713-TALK. I think you can say this truly is the only show of its kind, the only show that it's a haven where I'm not going to try to tell you what to believe and how to believe. As I said, we like commenting on stuff, but it's so big deal. And but it's not trying to convince you of anything. We really want to help you. So this one seems worthy of help here. Vladimir, talk to me about it. What's going on?
Hello. First of all, Tom, I want to thank you and your crew for what you are doing for us. And we work with Ukrainian refugees, and we have one family. They are 3 kids and a mom. And
now, when you say, by the way, Vladimir, when you say we work, who is we? I'm a member of Rawson Hills Baptist Church, and okay.
It's a Russian congregation, Russian-Ukrainian.
Okay.
And we work and we help them
okay.
as much as we can.
Okay, and refugees. So you've helped other refugees too, right?
Yes. In different capacity. Sometimes we translate for them, we provide food and place.
Now, you're Russian. I'm just curious. I would think, does the Russian community here, in general, do they take a stand one way or the other?
I don't know, maybe some people, but we try to be away, and we don't want to be involved in politics, and what we want to do is to help. For instance, I'm from Russia, but I help the Ukrainian refugees, so I don't do any distinction.
Okay.
Don't make any distinction.
So let's talk about, is there one particular family now you're calling about?
Yes, there are many families, but I want to talk about one particular family.
And tell me about the family.
There are 3 kids. Yeah, there are 3 kids in this family, 10-year-old and 1-year-old, and in the middle, someone in the middle, I don't know.
Okay, so you have 3 kids, and do you have a husband and wife situation?
No. She lost her husband a year ago, or maybe less than a year ago. He was a missionary in Cambodia.
So it's a mom and 3 kids.
Yes, and he was killed. He was murdered. I don't know.
The husband was murdered?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What do they need? Why are you calling about them? What do they need?
I know that you've helped several people with vehicles, so they need a vehicle, some decent car, because we help them to get some help. We help them with apartment, and someone help them, but right now they need a vehicle. Yeah, and we tried.
Does she even? Let me ask some questions, Vladimir, because when things like this happen, there's so much more to it. But let me ask some basic questions. She comes from the Ukraine with 3 kids. She lost her husband last year, and you're helping her with shelter, and I assume with food and other basic necessities. Does she even have a driver's license?
Yes. This is what I know that you would ask me. Yes, and I asked a friend of mine whether because he took care of it, and he says yes.
Okay, because I don't even know how that works, Vladimir. That's why I'm asking. Does she take that Ukrainian driver's license to motor vehicle and get it converted, or what? I'm just curious.
I don't know. No, she took a test, and she got Colorado driver's license.
Okay, now, how long has she been here?
I don't know, maybe 3 months, maybe less than 3 months.
She has a Colorado driver's license, and she needs a car. And will she be able to get plates on it and insure it and all of that?
Yes, I think so, because what we need is what they need is a DMV needs a driver license, and we applied for Social Security card, and she will get it soon.
Now, why will she get Social Security? I'm curious.
Because Social Security card, because it's she plans to stay here. She's
I understand, but what kind of Social Security does she get?
Oh, just a card.
It's a Social Security card.
Oh, just the card, not the benefit. I got it. Okay. So listen, does she need a job?
I don't know. As I said, she has 3 kids. Eventually, yes. She has 3 kids, as I said, 10-year-old and 1-year-old in the middle.
What is her name?
Yes.
What is her name?
Her name is Dasha.
Dasha. Okay.
Dasha, yes.
Now, we want to work on this. So she needs a vehicle for her and her 3 kids, and we will take any and all calls. And I just want my listeners to know, we always check out these stories. Even though Vladimir sounds like a great guy, we're going to check it out, right, Vladimir? We'll check out behind the scenes. And you're working through, what church did you say you're working with?
It's Ralston Hills Baptist. It's on the Ralston Road. Ralston Road.
Baptist.
Okay, Ralston.
Does she
Okay.
have a GoFundMe page, Tom?
Does she have a GoFundMe page?
I don't know yet. No, probably not.
Okay.
Because she's new here, and she's a very modest person. She says she doesn't demand anything, but again, there is a real need. My wife.
Is this your church? Is your church the one in Arvada?
Yes, it's in Nevada.
Okay, yes. I got it. Yeah, and this church is really big helping immigrants.
Yes, we have small groups, and we got involved people in many capacities. For instance, as I said, we translate for them. We provide food and place to stay. For instance, this family, Dasha and her kids, stay in another church, not far from our church. So it's not just one church, but there are some other churches that help. Yeah.
Okay, so you hold on. Kelly's going to get your information. Anyone listening at all. Now listen, I know people say, well, Tom, people need vehicles. Here, let me explain something. This is a common thing about need. People say, well, everyone needs something, right? And it becomes almost insurmountable, so we do nothing. Or we say, well, everyone needs a car, or this or that. What we look at sometimes is an unsolvable problem, thinking that even though it is a major unsolvable problem, how to help everyone, what we should look at is one piece of the puzzle at a time. And if we only help a few pieces of the puzzle, we're helping. That's what we do here. Mark and I often talk about just helping people one step at a time, one family at a time. The only people we won't help are people who will not help themselves. So let's talk about getting her a car, Dasha. Let's talk about that. Let's make a difference in this life. Let's see what we can do. Now, you can get in touch with us and let us know if you have any ideas. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. She's gotten help with shelter, with getting established. She needs a vehicle, and Vladimir works through his church to get her the other needs. So I don't think it's money wasted getting a vehicle for this woman and her kids. And again, save the comments. I understand other people need vehicles too. We do one at a time, one family at a time, what they need, how they need it. We'll do what we can. We do our best. You can also reach us, help@troubleshooter.com. help@troubleshooter.com. And we are in the business of helping. That's what we do. One of the ways we help, Silverleaf Mortgage is a place to get reverse loans, and these people truly help you tap the equity without ever losing your home, just doing it the right way. Silverleaf Mortgage, 720-REVERSE.
Thank you.
Hurting your neck or back can be a serious
What
hit.
did it say?
I said the speaker could come down just a bit.
Okay, good.
Have to mean an endless cycle of medication and doctor visits. Spine One's effective, minimally invasive treatments for back, neck, and joint pain
I put
have
the
helped
speaker
Colorado
on.
live pain-free
All right.
20 years. And with same-day,
Empower.
you can get the help you need today.
Unless you want to do some other 30 and we'll...
On today, 303-367.
No, I'll do that.
It's up to you.
I'll
Here
do
you
it.
go. You are up.
.com.
Another reverse lender we love, Empower Reverse. You see, we take the best of the best. You've heard me talk about reverse lenders because it's a complicated topic, and some of them are not completely straight. I like the guys and the gals that help you step by step and advise you about reverse loans. If you have any questions, call Mark Massey and his team at empowerreverse.com. 720-500-7719. 720-500-7719.
Thank you.
So, you want the highest...
Phone number is
Oh, shit.
720-252-2540. Thank you.
Ah.
One come undone.
Oh, that was user error.
4 minutes in the break, guys.
Come on, how do I do that?
Kelly, you good?
Yep.
Yeah. You back.
Nope, they hung up.
Really?
Who hung up?
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling.
Who hung up, our guy?
The Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you? Perfect. What was your name? Stephanie. Sha. Beautiful. And can you remind me of what your issue was? What was the name of the company once again? And this was a construction deal on your house? Oh, the Fundly, yeah, your parents are getting scammed, right? Okay, funding website. You got it, Stephanie. All right, let me go ahead and put you on hold. A line literally just opened up. That's why I didn't call you, because I didn't have any lines open. So just hang on for me, and Tom will be with you as soon as he can, okay? Hold on.
Not having any feelings also. Is that what that means?
It probably means dissociate.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
What? Huh? I tried to, Shannon, I turned the speaker down a bit. How the hell do I get how is that possible? How is it possible to have two different shots with one camera? Three different shots. How is it possible? Did you zoom and shit with that camera? I guess you could. Maybe.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
I tried to talk to Tom. He's not there on IFB.
What? I'm here.
I should be able to hear you right now. Oh, I didn't have him in queue. Duh.
Hello, I hear everything.
Hi. Hey,
What?
What do you want me to do with Vladimir?
I want to get his information so we can find a car.
Yeah, I have his phone number.
That's it. I mean, make sure that
Do you want me to hand this?
Hang on.
Do you want me to?
30 K-How.
I didn't hear you.
Sorry about that. Sorry I didn't have you in queue when I left. All right, you're up.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors will get you the best garage doors, the best service, the best components, any part of the garage door you need. All you have to do is go there. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. They're great people. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. And I've been using them for years. All of the prices on their website for everything they do. 720-370-3987. So if you're looking for garage doors, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Listen, we have to really, really, really help those among us who need help in a little way to keep them from falling off the cliff. That expression I use, and I mean it, falling off the cliff, is like when it's irreversible. They're just too, I mean, it's way too hard to help them. Now, Vladimir, we're getting your information, and I want to find a car. There must be a car somewhere that we can either pay a little for, or nothing, or donation. Please help us out if you know of any. Anything at all for this family. From the Ukraine, 3 kids, and a widow. Stephanie, what's happening with you, Stephanie? And then Smarty Marty has some important follow-ups. He's worked on a lot of cases, and Deputy Doc has some follow-ups, and I'll bet you if you add them all together, hundreds of thousands. What's happening, Stephanie?
Hi, yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to quickly try to sum up some this month's worth of stress and turmoil we've experienced.
What is it, basically? What is it? What kind of transaction are we talking about, Stephanie?
Okay, so around the 25th of April, a family member set up a Fundly account. It's a different version of GoFundMe. And it was set up for my parents who are in their 70s.
And who set up the FundMe account?
My daughter.
Okay.
Their granddaughter.
Got it.
And they have been retired for over 20 years at my mother's homestead in
Now,
northern
this is
New
a
Mexico.
FundMe site to raise money for what?
Well, and specifically to raise money for my parents, whose whole entire life and ranch in New Mexico has burned down to ash.
How did that happen?
Literally nothing left.
Oh, the big fires.
Because of the New Mexico fires.
Okay. You said New Mexico.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
In New Mexico.
Got it.
Yes. And at any rate, that's why it was set up. Fortunately, friends and family have donated to Fundly account to help my parents, but unfortunately, Fundly and Stripe, the money manager they use, have not been concerned with solving the issues with the account, which they say has forced their system to put a stop and release put a stop to the releasing of the funds that were donated to them.
Okay, hold on now.
But
Let's take it one step at a time.
donations.
This FundMe site, what's the actual name?
It's called Fundly, Fundly, Fundly.
Oh,
That's what
Fundly.
it's called.
Okay. Now,
And
what I want to
And
know is, what
they
is the
used a
issue, they
company-
say, with giving out, how much money was raised?
a little over $3,000.
Okay, so what is the issue in getting the money back, or out?
Okay, well, here's the issue. They said that when it was set up at its inception, there was a birth date discrepancy.
With who?
And that was placed into the, when setting up the account. And of course, that ended up being true. My daughter got the birth dates of her grandparents confused, because the way it's set up is only one person can be set up as a beneficiary. So it was my mother that was set up, not my father. But the birth dates got switched. But at any rate, it should have been able to be corrected.
So the
and
birth
my
date of the
parents-
beneficiary was wrong.
Correct.
That should be a matter of
It
just
was
going in
wrong.
and getting it fixed.
Right. And that's after a week of realized, they finally got an email back saying, oh, well, this is the problem, just go in and fix it. Well, after 7 times of trying to correct it and verify the beneficiary for both Fundly and the money manager Stripe, they ended up concluding that my parents' account was corrupt.
Now, hold on. You mean corrupt technically meaning data, or is it corrupt meaning fraudulent?
Fraudulent.
So they've concluded
Because of the
that this
incorrect
site was
dates
set
and
up
everything.
fraudulently?
Yeah, that's what they felt happened.
Like
because-
what, like how? What do they mean? Do they mean that your daughter set this up under their name on purpose not to collect the money? It doesn't make sense to me. What do they mean?
According to what they think, is that they couldn't verify, because in order to verify, you have to send in a picture of your driver's license.
It's kind of like
Then you
with
have to
Google.
take-
Okay, so just say the
Yeah, then
verification
you have to
process.
take a
What about it?
selfie, and all that stuff.
So I
Well,
understand. Where did that go wrong?
They said it was the birth date. And
I
so
understand
they
that, but why
fixed the
can't
birth
your
date.
daughter correct it?
I don't know. They went back and forth 7 times over. My parents did. They took it over. They were working with Fundly and Stripe, and and here's the biggest issue. That's why I'm calling, is that we had just recently became aware of the reason why the company did not. Okay, and I don't know if you heard me initially, but they had just recently started refunding the money to the donors.
Well, that's good. I mean, in a way, that's good. At least they're not keeping it. I need to know where we're going with this, though. Where does it stand
and this is-
today?
Right. So this is what the problem is. We noticed they refunded everybody's money save 2 donors. They decided not to return 2 donors' funds, and the reason why was so that the company can take out their fees, which as of today come to about $360, which include the refunding fees, which my parents never authorized.
No, I get it.
My parents
I
wanted
get
the
it. This
money
is
in order
this
to
is a
help
cluster.
repair-
This is a nightmare. So now the 3,000 is gone, and you're fighting over whether they should make 300 or not.
No, no, we're fighting because they took it upon themselves, the companies.
I get it.
Fundly and Stripe.
I get it,
to close
but they
the
can't get
account.
that money back. That's done. That's done. So right now the fight is over the 300.
the $360 of fees that, I mean, I'm like, why? Because it's unfair to our donors that their money isn't even being given to...
And are there specific donors that did not get money back?
I'm sorry?
Do you know the names of the specific donors that did not get their money back?
We can see it on the account.
What's that?
Yes, we do know because we can see it on the account.
So what they're saying is you still owe us for this.
Well, virtually, yeah. They're holding 2 donors' money hostage.
You don't have to, we understand that. We said it 3 times. We get it. We get it. Okay, that is the issue right now.
Yes, that's the issue.
Now, I can't believe this entire thing went so wrong. It's just a nightmare. God.
Exactly.
All right, hold on.
On top of losing your whole livelihood.
No, I know. I know.
We have this issue.
Did they have insurance, by the way?
Yes.
And how are they doing?
Well, they're doing what they can. They live with me right now in Colorado.
Now, just let me tell you something. This $360. I don't think we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get it back because the mistake was your daughter's mistake. But what I don't understand, and this is what I want Deputy Smarty Pants to find out. He's good at these technical things, honest to God, getting through every little detail, and his mind works that way. I want to find out why they could not correct the birth date, for God's sakes, when they had direct access to the beneficiaries. It just sounds too unbelievable to me. Hold on. We have more coming right up. Hold on.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver.
I can hear it.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Traffic along I-70 is improving now that a crash has been cleared off 2 lanes eastbound at Harlan. And we are looking good now on I-70 between Golden and Aurora. You drive on 225 up to full speed. No reported major problem spots on I-25 right now. Some heavy traffic as you work your way towards I-25 on westbound Hamden. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy, a high of 90 today. Tonight's low 52. A big change for tomorrow and through the weekend with rain and snow and high temperatures only reaching into the 40s. Currently, it's 77. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW. Need to hire? Need Indeed. They're hiring.
Here you go, QC and Mile High.
Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
QCColorado.com. Oh my God, are these people unbelievable. Why do I say that? Because I'm saving really right now about 70% on my average AC bills on 2 homes because I have the QC system. This QC system, to just make it a long story short, it's a quiet, cool whole house fan. The fan pulls air from lower parts of the house on cooler parts of the day and recirculates it no matter what. Even if it doesn't seem cool out to you, there's always a differential that'll make a difference. And that difference can save you a ton of money on air conditioning. I know because I have actually used it. It only takes really a couple hours to get installed. And then they don't have to go into the walls for your remote because it's for the on and off, because it is simply wireless. QCColorado.com, 303-800-3419. I can highly recommend it because it works. And that is 303-800-3419. All right. Blake Harris Law is someone I've done business with personally. We've recommended him to staff, to loved ones, to family, to friends. He does estate planning. But really, that's a little misnomer. It's not just planning. It's activity and execution. If you need something immediately, he can help you. If someone just died, he can help you. If there's a will dispute, he can help you. Here's the bottom line. Call him for your planning. Make sure your estate plan is in use. In place, I mean. And then he can also help you with any issue. The best part is he'll just answer your questions free of charge. 833-ASK-BLAKE. No charge for the answers. 833-ASK-BLAKE.
Thank you.
I got all screwed up because my computer, I don't have all the things I need. Never mind, you don't care. But anyway, there's just a whole frickin' key.
I can't direct what he's going to say over.
Here's a what now?
Nothing to do with you, bro.
Okay, I will pass it on. Thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye.
I'm just reopening everything. I am so screwed up I can't even find anything.
Oh.
Oh my God. My computer, I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with you guys. Okay, that's separate. Now let me go to a new fucking window. God damn it.
Nope, that's it.
Hi, is this Sarah? Hi, Sarah. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
Okay, what do I need after my screener? I need my notes. Where's my notes? There's my notes. Okay, then I need my endorsements.
Okay.
That's all I need. My notes, my endorsements. My endorsements are just my endorsements, people. It's not a big deal. Let's get to it.
Oh, wow.
Kelly's sounds very interesting when Kelly's talking on the phone.
Where's the building?
And then she puts up 2 words of notes.
Where in Denver? Is it in Denver proper?
Yeah, you know, sometimes that's a hard transition to make from what all you've heard to what you want to tell someone else.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put you on hold because I know Tom is going to want to help you. So just hang on for me. It might be a little bit of a wait time, but I just ask that you be patient, okay? Hang on.
It's crazy how nice she sounds to callers, huh?
She's so good. Kelly's the bomb. You want to know the truth? That's my opinion. She's the bomb.
What, like Boston Marathon?
What are you saying about me now?
He said you should run the Boston Marathon.
What?
I said you're the bomb. You're the best.
Oh, sorry.
Aw.
I misconstrued the implication.
That's not unlike you, Shannon. Oh, my goodness. All right. What else we got?
I want Deputy Smarty Pants to try to get to the bottom of this, and I'll bring him up right now, and he can go through his spiel on stuff. And I'm sorry, Doc, it just rolls into this, and then I promise you I'll get you there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I got Martino here. I want to get these YouTube comments somehow if I can get them. I like these YouTube comments. Is Talib listening?
Uh-huh.
So I can't say anything about him?
Not directly.
Okay, damn it. Can I say I love him?
Yeah.
Nah.
He'll misinterpret that.
What's that? I'm trying to get to where the comments are.
Hey, here we go, man.
Got it.
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
You're up.
Okay, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate people making comments behind the scenes. By the way, you can text the show. You can text the show. And I'm going to give out, it's 57739. Please put Tom in the subject line. I will get to it. Okay? Also, let's talk about your problems, questions, complaints. We're going to, Smarty Pants, I want to bring up right now. Smarty Pants has a very systematic way of taking care of problems, no matter how complicated they are. We don't have to get into his technique, but
no.
Smarty Pants, you know this, you heard this problem. My God. I mean, sometimes, don't you find people get in their own way when they're trying to help? This was a case where the beneficiaries had a wrong, or the beneficiary, the dad, the granddad, or her dad, simply needed to change the birth date. And because they couldn't, they refunded all the money. And not them, but Fundly did, saying it's a scam. I mean, now, and plus they're keeping their fees. I mean, do you think you know enough about this to get, what would be your first step?
Well, I would first talk to the people at Fundly and hear their side of the story. I don't know their side, and I don't know their logic.
I mean, sometimes we don't hear really what happened, and that's the issue. But all I want to know is, systematically, how did it go from a wrong birth date to refunding all the money? They'll never get that money back now. They'll have to start over. But what we have now are 2 of these donators not getting their money back because Fundly wants this $300 or $360. So anyway, what cases do you want to update right now?
I have 5 cases, Tom, but I don't think we can get through all 5.
Oh, no, just do what you can right now.
So I'm going to do a couple. Yesterday's case was that grandpa who called for his grandson regarding the loan and the property.
Yeah, here's let me sum it up for people. According to the granddad, the son put money down on a house and was going to go through FHA, but then they found out his income is coming primarily from the marijuana industry, so they had to rescind the approval and start over with a conventional. By that time, to make a long story short, his credit changed because he missed a payment to Kohl's. Now, bottom line, they can get it rescored because he made the payment, but he said the mortgage company and the builder are not willing to wait, or the builder is not willing to wait. Therefore, they're going to lose the house and lose the deposit. Take it from there.
So I reached out to all the members that I could. I contacted builder, I contacted mortgage lender, all this. I got one response, and that was from the mortgage broker. And the mortgage broker, we talked in detail. And
what do you think?
The broker. Well, I think he's a sincere person, but at the end of the day, as of yesterday, there's nothing that could be done.
So who's taking responsibility for this? I mean, really, first time around, that FHA should have been flagged. That's where the real mistake happened.
Yes. So, I believe you got my text this morning because I didn't want to give up on this. I spoke to the grandson yesterday, and I felt so bad. He's a young man. He's got great manners, great character, and he took it, with on the chin, and he accepted the situation. But I didn't want to give up on him.
Okay, so do you think they were negligent by not seeing that? Yeah.
The mortgage broker texted me that the lender was wrong. So I texted the mortgage broker this morning. I said, "You admitted they're wrong. What can you do? Can you do something to get this consumer right?"
So we're talking about the underwriter.
Well, the underwriter is the broker, and he said
no. I mean, no. The broker sold it to the FHA. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get on semantics, but anyway, the underwriter overlooked the FHA. I mean, the income being from marijuana.
He's going to ask the lender to refund $2,500.
Good, because that's what should happen.
And and the broker claims he lost $1,000 also, but he's going to ask the lender to refund $2,500. That's all he can do.
Because in the beginning, that underwriter for the lender, the underwriter, not the broker gives it to the underwriter. The underwriter should have seen where that income was coming from and said, "We can't process this loan." And he didn't. And as a result, they came up to deadline and they lost the house. That's the bottom line.
Correct.
Okay, I'll take the next case right after this, or I'll get to a call. Just hang on, 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. It's a good time to be traveling in the metro area right now. Speeds on I-25 looking pretty terrific. A little bit of heavy traffic through downtown southbound, but no major delay on I-25 because of accidents or stalls to get in your way. Same situation on I-70. All earlier problems clear now, and we are looking good either direction between Aurora and Golden, and no problems on 6th Avenue through Lakewood. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Look for a high of 90 today. Tonight's low drops to 52. A change for tomorrow through the weekend with rain and snow and high temperatures only reaching the 40s. Currently, it's 79. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes...
You know what? I don't remember writing these either. I probably didn't write Joe Lazara and Rocky Mountain IV, did I?
No, help me out then, please. I'm really confused today. So what do I need? Rocky?
Yeah.
What is Rocky Mountain? Who?
IV, Rocky Mountain IV.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just put IV and who?
Your show.
Joe Lazara.
Thank you. I got it.
The latest.
All right, got it.
Golly,
Don't worry about it, man.
Biologics.
We're all
that can restore and
without a net here.
Damaged tissue.
Funicello.
Exciting stuff. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving.
I get nothing for a Funicello. Okay.
Solution.
I don't get it.
You can get
Annette Funicello.
Drugs.
No her hair net or a net?
No, just
Annette. Got it.
Yeah,
okay, with that.
That's
really
like Frankie working without a net.
That's really stretching for
You're like Frankie working without a net, don't you know?
Right back. So I want you to take action now. Get a free consultation. Powerful, effective joint pain treatments with natural biologics are now right here in
Finally, I got into my text the show.
900.
Oh, man, I wish I could do that. I don't know how to log in. But here you go, Joe and Rocky.
900-8986.
Don't ever shop for an attorney when you're under pressure. Seriously. Especially a criminal defense attorney. A lot of people say, Tom, why do you endorse a criminal defense attorney? Well, it's pretty damn obvious. Not everyone's guilty. Seriously. Or you have a story or you want to get through the system. And for that, I highly recommend Joe Lazara. Joe's been with me for many, many years. I've known him, I think, 30 years. Joe Lazara. I've done the shopping for you. I know him. I've referred him. And if you don't think you'll ever need him, just put it aside for a referral for someone else. 303-429-6200. That's 429-6200 free initial consultations, and that's important. Joe Lazara on my referral list at referrallist.com. Something else I do personally, and I endorse, are IVs, okay? I love the IVs in your home or office because they're convenient. I mean, you can have them done in the privacy of your home or office or anywhere else you want to meet. You can meet at Grandma's house for all I care. RockyMountainIVMedics.com. They're medical professionals, paramedics or EMTs and nurses to your home for the same price you'd pay for a regular IV. Why wouldn't you just do it like Rocky Mountain does it? They'll get to you within an hour if you want. You can text or call 720-987-2155. That's 720-987-2155.
Thank you, sir.
The homeowners who haven't refinanced yet, yes, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. I have Wesley Oakley with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock for a lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values,
Okay, I'm still on speaker. I'm just moving away.
All right.
You can hear everything.
At a bad night? Yeah, I had a bad night sleeping too.
You know, it's funny when you are in Vegas, you never bother everyone else because everyone else is sleeping.
And the car. Yeah. As a parent, you know kids are amazing and expensive, but with Fabric, protecting your family with term life insurance is strictly affordable with a personalized policy for your family starting at less than $1 a day. It's quick, easy, all online, and you can be approved instantly. Plus, no risk, cancel anytime. Secure your family's financial future today at meetfabric.com/future. That's MEET fabric.com/future. Fabric Insurance Agency policies issued by Mantis Life, not available in New York or Montana. Pricing subject to underwriting questions.
No, but seriously, just to get, you did put the podcast up, right?
Uh-huh.
So I don't get emails? Okay. It does shock me, though, how many people really just have to have the podcast up. And I'm wondering if it's like me and, like, I have to watch Tucker Carlson every night, and I'm wondering, like, on DVR. So I wonder if that's it. If that's the same type of thing.
It'd be like you missing the US Open.
Oh, God, that would never happen. Well, not. Yeah, these things are too big, Shannon. What? Like, I have so much space. Or maybe I just...
That's raw.
I don't know.
Really? Here we go.
So I mean, that's pretty damn
Here we go. You didn't respond
No
to
shit.
it first.
18
Then you
holes.
came over and started flexing the buttons like that.
So it's a par 72.
Wait, what?
I'll shoot 80, 88, 89.
What did I do?
I do that. It's like 110, 120. Seriously, I
didn't know you were
do.
up.
Huh?
I didn't know you were
Well, I just told you 110, 120. I'm not.
So after you get your back fixed, we'll take you out.
You know what? But that's not what made me bad. Okay. I don't think I have patience. Okay, I can hit pretty well. My middle game.
Here you go, guys. Here you go.
Come.
You are up.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-825. Okay, I can take your text now, by the way. Just put Tom in there, and I'll get it. Okay, so I have it up and running, and also my troubleshooter comments. Some of them are not readable. But anyway, I appreciate Hammy's there, I see. Did you know Hammy's in the oil business? And he has a lot of insights on the oil business. We call him Hammy. You know your phone's ringing, Doc? Gosh. Okay, anyway. And we have AG talking about massive food shortages coming. You know, why are these things happening now? We can't blame it all on Obama. Can we blame it on COVID? I mean, I'm seriously. I mean, Obama has done Biden has done a bad job. Biden has done a bad job managing a lot of stuff, but he can't be responsible for all this, right? Why all of a sudden, though, food shortages in general? Food shortages. I mean, they're saying a lot of food, and meat will be hard to find. Gasoline will continue to be short. We have a lot of tough times ahead. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I don't know why. Maybe you can answer. But someone here said it's Biden. How can that be? One person doing that. I just don't think it can. Anyway, let's go to the phones. I'll stop talking. I'm not pontificating on anything. I'm asking for answers just like you are. That's what this show's about. We accept any and all. Deputy Smarty Pants, do you have anything quick you can get in there quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Tom, you predicted a lot of this stuff a year ago, so maybe Biden should have put you in.
Isn't that weird? I did, and remember when I say it, I say, now you mark this down because this is going to happen.
I marked it down. It was August 12th. No, I don't know date. Anyway, let me continue on a happy note. Jay Summey versus Armstrong Steel, where he ordered a
steel building, and
right.
It fell apart. Not the building. I mean the deal. What was the deal?
Well, they kept putting him off. They took a lot of money, and he just wants the building done or a refund.
Right.
So I was able to find the owner somehow through the internet.
Great.
And I contacted owner. Owner called me within an hour, and the bottom line is that he fixed the problem. That there was a parts shortage, steel shortage, supply chain shortage, blah 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 blah. But he says the good news is he got the steel now. So I got a text message from Jay, which I forwarded to you. And basically, the Armstrong Steel vice president called him up and said everything's going to get done. They're not going to raise any prices on
We're running
them.
out of time, but good. Marty, we will come back to you for more, and Deputy Doc has some, plus more calls. 303-713-TALK.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you after.
When's this live?
He texts you like
None.
40 times a day.
It says Fuller Law.
Yes,
Next break.
absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Positive.
Tom?
Yes.
Hey, oh shoot, I just lost Integra. Crap.
Tell him I'm sorry, but I'm going to get back to him. He probably thought I'm not taking him. And I have a lot to talk about, so
Good
tell
morning.
him that.
Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino
God, I
Troubleshooter
feel
Show.
bad
How
for
can I
that.
help you?
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. They waited a year.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get to you on the next break, he said.
So we'll call it 10:06.
Now tell me
Can I
something.
call you back
What
at
do you mean?
10:06?
Do you realize
Or like
it's
10:00, like,
it's today?
sorry,
What's the date?
11:04.
What the hell is wrong with me? Okay, go ahead. What do you mean? Tell me, recap that for me.
Yeah, right after he breaks.
His wife went to the emergency room.
Okay, thanks, John. I'm so sorry. Okay, hang on for me.
Somehow she didn't get billed for something for a year later.
Oh, you just
It was
gonna stay
almost
on?
10
All right,
years
Tom,
after
can
the
you stay
event
on?
That she got,
Or
she got a
can
bill.
you take him after the next break?
Who?
John from Integra
I'm going to take him for the whole show.
and Troy?
Okay, do you remember the first, I mean, this is his day to be on, so it's not like we had a specific problem for him, right?
No, it is. Yesterday, Troy called about the delayed billing on the medical insurance.
I
and he wanted
understand
me to
that.
line
What
up.
I need to know is, do we have Troy?
We have Troy on line 1.
I'm so sorry. I'll get to both of them, okay? I bet they will be my very next one.
Okay, yeah, he's got to go. And it's not John Jones Jr., it's John Jones Sr. Just
Who
so
needs
you're-
to go?
John Integra, he's got another call that he needs to get to. So he
So
just
in other
wanted-
words, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. Is it next week they're scheduled to be on the show?
I haven't gotten the updated schedule yet from Sue's, but I believe, yes, they are scheduled to
Okay,
be
then
on
I
the
got
phone.
confused thinking it was
On the
today. I'm
phone,
so
not in-
sorry.
Yeah, not in this is just on this one particular
Got
case
it.
for Troy.
Thank you for clarifying that. Tell him I'm so sorry.
Okay, you got it.
I spaced it. I did
Good
not
morning.
realize
Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
Okay, got it now.
Okay, no problem.
See,
Hold
Doc,
on.
why didn't you tell me?
Nope,
It
I
was
already told him, and he's cool. It's not, just so you know, it's not the junior, it's the senior.
Got it.
And, yeah, this is just about Troy's case about the delayed billing on the medical insurance that was late on the call yesterday.
Right, that's what I said.
So we're gonna lock lines 1 and 6 for you.
We never found out. No, we never finished. I don't trade that. I have good hair, good hearing, good bones. And COVID.
No, I was concerned with COVID.
I was too.
I really was, because you were exactly the one that they say don't, in other words, these are the people that are going to get it. And you really
Well,
came through it.
it attacked my lungs. That was the big problem. I had no other symptoms except for my lungs being fucked up.
They intubated you?
No.
Because that was when
They were going to, so if my O2 saturation didn't start going up, then they would have had to intubate me. If it kept going.
But you were on meds.
Oh, yeah. I was on like a full, almost a wellness mask.
Did you feel like you were And were you secret? Were you concerned about living?
Oh, yeah. For the first 3 days, I kept asking them, because they were giving me...
And are they more honest with you because you're a doctor? What
Yeah, they gave me all the results and the data.
And what did they say? They say you're looking better?
They said, the first 3 days, they were giving me, serum and all the antibiotics and really trying to give me, high dose oxygen and whatever they could.
And they said,
We just have to wait and see. And so, I was watching. The big thing was the O2 saturation.
And the big thing, too, is...
Just be kind of your common doc.
Was your son allowed or not?
He wasn't allowed in the hospital.
I can hear him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was allowed in the waiting room.
So you were isolated.
Yeah. They weren't letting anybody visit that.
So you had to talk on the phone?
Yeah.
And Zoom?
Yeah. Even in the ICU, they weren't letting people in to to see their dying relatives.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
There is, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, but Willie B might be the sweetest person I've ever met in my life.
There's no doubt about it.
He immediately emailed me and or texted me back and said, "Yeah, I'm in the building. What's wrong? Do you need something? Can I get you something?" It's like, no, you can't get me anything. Can I get you something?
Awful how nice he is.
It really is. It's almost as bad as how I am to callers.
But he doesn't turn it on and off. He's like that all the time. Really different.
Oh, I just got called out. Oh, man. Am I on YouTube right now? Does everybody know my secret?
Yeah.
Nice. He's awesome. Oh. Adam did not catch a marlin yesterday.
Oh.
I know, right? Kind of sad.
Feel better?
Oh, I didn't do anything. I was just being. I'm just trying
I
to.
guarantee you, if you go to COC tomorrow, and they'll get you in surgery next week.
Yeah.
They might even do it over the weekend.
We had people that were urgent that they took them that night. I mean, really urgent. I don't think I'm that bad. They had people that, and I hear they did sleep surgery. I think 8 o'clock.
Night?
Yeah, till midnight.
Yeah.
I didn't know they do shit like that.
Of course you do.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. That's cash. Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Water Pros, the best water systems at the lowest prices anywhere. All you have to do is call them and you will get the best. And I mean that. You know, you don't hear me say that often. But if you can get a whole house system for conditioning your entire house, for softness and to take out the hardness, better plumbing, better health, better laundry. It's just wonderful. And it's 303-862-5554. That's around $2,000. Plumbers will charge $8,000 and more. He's a plumber, by the way. I don't want to, but I mean plumbing companies will charge $8,000 and more for what he can do for around $2,000. In fact, better. 303-862-5554. Let's continue and solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. John Jones Jr. is with us with Integra Insurance, or no, Senior. Sorry, John Jones, the big Kahuna. He's the big man.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, now what Integra does to me. Integra is indispensable. I could not live without them because they interpret health insurance for me. What's best for me? What should I do? And really, they give you choices, and they can help you save money. And it's, to me, I can't believe anyone would try to shop for health insurance without him. He's on to answer a question for someone and for me. They're our insurance experts. So stay tuned for their number because they truly do work. And God, the margins these guys make, a couple points, a couple percentage points for all the work they do. I just don't even know how the hell they do it. But the first thing is, Try comparing health insurance one time and all the ins and outs. It's damn near impossible. And if you're on Social Security and you want a good supplement, let me tell you something. I have not yet, not once, since I've gone with them and a supplement, paid a dime for anything. That to me is not. When John said this is the premier supplement, God, did he mean it? Anyway, so let's move on. Troy, talk about your problem originally that you called about, because it's boy, it's scary. Now your wife was transported by ambulance, right?
That's right.
And when was she transported?
April of 21.
What happened?
There was a mental health episode that we quickly had to deal with.
Right.
And,
serious.
Yeah.
And insurance paid for everything, right?
No.
That's the point. What did insurance not pay?
At this moment, they did not pay the emergency facilities charge, which was through Centura Health, which was in network.
Why did they not pay this facilities charge?
Because what they told me was that Centura waited until February of 22 to send the bill. They sent the bill to me.
How much is the bill?
$19,000 and some change.
Now, was there anything else they didn't pay?
Yes.
What else?
So after the emergency visit, she was taken to an inpatient facility.
Yeah.
Spent 4 days or so, and that they claimed was out of network, so they did not pay that. So I worked out a payment arrangement with them, and I paid that myself.
And what was that place that she was sent to? What was that?
That was West Pines.
No, I mean, what was it for? Was it for treatment?
Yes.
So basically a hospital?
Correct. Well, it's a mental health facility.
Okay, and they didn't pay any of the mental health facility, right?
That's right.
And what did that come to?
Well, it was 21,000. Since it was out of network, they agreed to charge me only 7,000.
Wow! What, are you kidding me? But your insurance would have to pay 21?
That's what the bill was.
All right, so hold on. Let's keep going. Anything else they didn't pay?
Outside of the emergency room bill that we got 10 months late, no.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to ask John. John, this happened to me once years ago, and I don't even remember how I handled it. But I remember getting the doctor's bill. His practice staffed the ER, and he sent me a separate bill. So, and I got it months later. In this case, let's confine it to this case. When a place sends a bill, a year later, almost a year later, damn it, I mean, it happened in April, he gets a bill February of the following year. So he just got the bill this year, a few months ago. And is the reason they're not paying it, Troy, that it was late? What was the reason they gave you?
Yeah, so the explanation code on the explanation of benefits is code 35.
That means nothing to me.
Well, it says the time limit for filing has expired.
Oh, Deputy Jock just said that. He must have had that at his practice a lot. Did you send out bills late?
Never.
Okay, never, he says. Okay, so, John, this sounds like child's play to me. John Jones with Integra Insurance, who is here as our expert, of course. He's not involved in this. John, it seems like I said, obvious that if the facility didn't send out the bill in time, they should take the hit. I mean, how much time, and is this common? We need to tell John about, John Jones, we need to tell people about this. Is this a common thing, late billing?
Tom, I would say it's not common, but in relationship to Troy this morning, he's insured with Fridays.
With what?
On an individual, he's insured with Fridays on an individual policy. And when I chatted with him a little bit earlier, he's met a certain percentage of his deductible. He technically could owe some other dollars towards that deductible because he's in a bronze level plan, okay?
Yeah, but I'm talking about beyond that.
I understand.
All right.
And so his facility that he went to, St. Anthony's North, that he took his wife to, is contracted directly with Friday's in-network facility. It doesn't matter. It's an emergency situation.
Right.
But in this case, they are contracted directly. And under that contract, they technically have to file their claims within 90 days to Friday's. So Friday's has done nothing wrong here. I mean, they filed this thing 10 months later. So in his case, he would owe nothing. That the hospital would have to write this off. And he needs to go back to the billing department and let them know that y'all didn't file this in a timely fashion, because that's the way the contract reads, filed in a timely fashion, in Friday's case within 90 days. They just didn't do it. So Troy owes really nothing on this bill.
Okay, now hold on. I have a quick question for you, John. Let's say in a situation that's late billed, my policy says it has to be billed in 60 days. And the facility I went to in an emergency doesn't have a contract with my insurance. Let's say there's no dispute that my insurance will cover it, but it has to be filed in a certain amount of time. I can't make that facility bill in a certain amount of time if that's not their own policy. You see what I'm saying? In other words, what do I do in a case like that? Do I go to the billing department and say, please give me a bill now, I'll send it to my insurance company because they have a tighter deadline than you do?
Well, I think that in the client here, I mean, you have to be proactive, too, to make sure that...
Right. So I wonder if consumers listening, this is what I'm trying to get at. Not all facilities have contracts with your insurance company. So it's on Fridays this time because they did not meet their agreement with the insurance company and they billed late. But what if there was no contract? I'm just going to a facility and they normally bill 90 days, okay, or within 90. And my insurance company has a tighter deadline. I mean, how would I know that?
But let me ask you this, Tom. If you're out of network, and all these individual plans, you have in-network, out-of-network. If you're out of network and that person is not billing, you end up paying that bill because you're out of network.
Okay,
correct?
So are you saying that they will have an agreement with my people or I'm out of network?
That is correct.
Okay. My insurance never asked me about network. Like, in other words...
Well, you're on Medicare, Tom.
Oh, that's different?
So, very much so. You don't have in-network, out-of-network. So, as long as that person takes Medicare,
I get it.
94% of the doctors do, you
All
have
right,
no worries
so
because
let's go there again. Let's say this again then. So, basically, you have to go in-network anyway, or you're going to be charged. And everyone knows that has insurance.
Unless it's an emergency situation.
Okay, so let's go to an emergency. What if it is an emergency and it's out of network and they bill later than my insurance company wants it to be billed?
Well, I would think most hospitals and most doctors know the requirements out there.
Okay.
That they expect bills to be paid in a timely fashion.
Okay, fine. I hope that's the way it is. So the bottom line for those listening, if you are in a situation where you have insurance and you're out of network, you better damn well make sure if you do have coverage for that emergency, we're not talking about regular coverage, you better make sure that facility bills your insurance in a timely fashion. The other thing is this. When you have a non-emergency, make sure you're in network. And how do you do that, John? How do you make sure you're in network? Do you get a book? Is it online? What?
I mean, you can go online, see what's in network. He's got Friday. Obviously, this is an emergency situation. You're trying to make sure your wife is being taken care of. So he's going to be covered regardless. So for non-emergent emergencies, sure, you don't want to work with your doctors. Go online to make sure the hospital you're going to is in an in-network facility.
And of course, Kaiser's the easiest one to do that with because everything they have is in one facility.
Well, a lot of these, like Fridays, they're using both Centura and SCL, so they've got where things are being shared between the providers there, just like they would be in Kaiser. So it's very well organized inside of these networks.
I just wonder why major insurance companies have some out-of-network. I mean, what would cause a facility not to want to be a provider? You would think everyone would be part of every network. I mean, you can comment on that, but I want to know what we're doing for Troy. What's his next step? And then we have Sarah with her apartment having the gas heat shut off and the gas. And any problem you have, I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. And by the way, I promised a number for Integra, 303-466-5500.
Hurting back can be a serious hit to your happiness and way of life. Pain relief doesn't have to mean an endless cycle of medication and doctor visits. Spine One's effective, minimally invasive treatments for back, neck, and joint pain have helped Colorado live pain-free for more than 20 years. And with same-day appointments at Spine One, you can get
10 away Fuller.
Back from back pain. Call Spine One today. 303-367-BACK or go online at spineone.com.
If you're injured in an accident and you want to know what do I do, call John Fuller for free advice. Seriously, he'll evaluate your case and he will personally talk to you. He's not a lead aggregator like these big firms that simply bring in big numbers and then pick the cream of the crop and then brag about it. You are important. Seriously, John Fuller takes every case on its merits and he will help you. You even get his cell phone number. My accident lawyer, literally, on this show can be your accident lawyer at myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500. So, let's talk about more coming up.
And that continues
Sorry,
to be...
I thought I had another one.
This is Dave talking about Blue Sky Sea.
And John,
Hey, Tom, real quick.
Yeah.
are we done with Troy and John?
No.
Okay.
If you go to an out-of-network facility,
Yeah.
is the insurance company obligated to pay what they would have paid to a in-network, and you're responsible for the rest? But are they obligated to pay what they would have paid? And I think they are.
So you heard me on YouTube where I was like, IFB. Tom.
Yeah, of course.
You're on now.
Exactly.
I think that's an important
Yay.
question.
You know how you wake up and there's just like a song stuck in your head? I have The Reflex by Duran Duran stuck in my head.
You
And
do?
Yes, and I can't get it like out.
That could be because you have a mental illness.
Oh, could be. I don't know. I was never a huge Duran Duran fan. I was always, 80s hair band chick. So that's why Dragon and I get along so well.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Did I ever meet Dragon?
Yeah, you have. He's the one with the long beard.
Oh, okay, I know. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used to work at for Lewis and Floor Wax.
Yep. They want me to go to this place and update my information. My fucking information's been updated. Request you update your medical passport. Okay. They say, okay. Yeah, I have everything on here. Everybody's got their own portals, too. That's what sucks.
By the way, you should see the office. They're tearing out all the wiring from the ceiling. It's pretty crazy.
In our office, too, or the whole newsroom?
Your office, including the newsroom.
Are they taking down our walls?
Not the walls yet. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. They're just ripping out the wiring right now.
Are they going to move the door? I heard we'd have a different access.
Yes, I've heard that too.
And they were going to give me skylights and a personal elevator.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
Yeah. So I can get out of my car, walk in, it goes right to my suite with the
I think
skylight.
it's an escalator, not an elevator.
That would be awesome. It's like those, infomercials like that go on late at night about the chair that goes up the stairs. We can get one of those.
Tom's not there yet.
No, I'm not there yet, sister.
I'm kidding.
I know. I finally am starting to actually look my age, which kind of sucks.
No, you actually don't.
Yeah, but have you seen me hobbling around?
Yeah,
Oh,
but you should hear him complaining for the past 4 days.
I know.
Nothing but complaints about
I know.
his health I have to listen to.
I know.
There's nobody else here.
So I got an old man here listening to a younger man complain about health. And then he's telling me, well, I got 18 holes of golf today.
Aww.
Yeah, bragging.
Well, crap. Do I look 50?
No, actually, no, seriously.
Yeah. So, there's that.
No, that's good. That's really good. Do you have kids?
Yeah, I have two. Trevor's graduating next week, so...
High school.
Yes.
Graduating?
Yes.
Is that what they call it when you go on parole?
Yeah, getting the ankle bracelet off.
Oh my Lord, that boy, he needs to just get the hell out of Dodge and go to Tempe and do ASU. And
what does he want to do?
He's majoring in mathematics.
Wow.
Wow.
I know, right? From me.
But at ASU.
That's going to make a good waiter.
Well, he's also minoring in business administration.
Now
so
that's good.
He's got that to...
He's got a minor in STDs.
How long did you...
Oh, good Lord. You have...
I'm Box 31 Pinpoint Weather Team Meteorologist Kylie Burse.
Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer is an official offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle ID info, answer some questions, then get a no-obligation offer to sell or trade it. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car. Schedule a time and drive away with confidence. For all of the hits, KBB.com it.
Denver's talk station, 630.
Here you go.
Oh.
You're up.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So the bottom line, John, they billed late. They're a part of the network. They should have known. He shouldn't owe it. What's his very next step, John? I want to give the actual steps.
I'd recommend that, and when I was speaking to Troy, I'd recommend he goes back to the billing department. Let them know exactly that y'all are under a contract with Fridays. You have to file this thing in a timely fashion, which you did not, and I'm not responsible. The other thing, when I was talking to the Department of Insurance earlier this morning, there's also a public department out there, which most people don't know about, called the Colorado Department of Health and Environment. They recommended that if the hospital does give Troy any problems, they regulate and monitors the hospitals to make sure that people are being dealt with in a timely or in a just fashion.
Sure.
So that they contact them, and that they would help Troy out also.
Thank you. Troy, do you have any questions? It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'll get to work on that.
Okay, thank you. 303-713-TALK. We have one more question for John Jones Sr., and their number is 303-466-5500. Come to the mic, Doc, so I don't have to repeat everything you say. Go ahead.
Hey, John?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, here's my question.
Go ahead, Doc.
If you go to an out-of-network facility voluntarily, not an emergency basis, is the insurance company obligated to pay what they would have paid an in-network provider, and you are responsible for the rest?
No.
Oh, so he was saying he understands that they may not be approved, but why wouldn't they pay what they would have paid anyway?
I mean, you could do like Troy did. Troy negotiated.
Okay, so if I go to an out-of-network facility, my insurance says we're not paying them, and I say, well, what's the difference if they're charging exactly the same?
Well, you're out of network. There's no contractual relationship there.
So I mean, is it coming down to that, John, where everything's got to be a network?
Unless it's an emergency situation.
Are there any open policies that, other than Medicare, where you can go anywhere?
And you mentioned this too, Tom. There's what Troy is under is something called an EPO, an exclusive provider organization, which most of the individual plans are. Okay.
Okay.
So Fridays goes out there and contracts with Centura NSCL. Their particular doctors and hospitals are part of that network.
Okay.
So a lot of the group plans out there are true PPOs, like you used to have when you were with Humana.
Right.
You were in a nationwide network of doctors and hospitals.
Okay.
So these true PPO plans will have both in and out-of-network coverage.
Okay.
Out-of-network, you'll pay usually a higher deductible and a higher max out-of-pocket, but you do have that coverage. What Troy is in, and most of these individual policies, they expect people to use in-network providers. Because those have all been contracted with, and the insurance company knows what's being paid.
But are there any coverages that are open? Just you go anywhere.
That's a PPO.
Well, no, because PPO stands for Preferred Provider Organization.
Yep, those are true PPO, but most of them are.
But that's a provider organization. I'm talking about an open organization.
Okay. I mean, most of these plans, like on the individual side, are not subject to Obamacare rules. It might be like Freedom Life.
Yes.
Where they have a PPO nationwide network.
Yes.
Of doctors and hospitals that they can utilize.
But you're still calling it PPO. What I'm So I guess everyone there's no such thing as a plan where I can simply go to a doctor without regard of what group they're in.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, and you're aware of them all. So every insurance company has a group. Wouldn't it be nice if there were just, one big giant group? I don't understand why one facility would be excluded from one coverage, yet another coverage accepts it. Why is that, John? Why?
Because Anthem has their own particular networks, right? So with Anthem, I could go down to UCH.
No, I get that part. We get that part. I'm asking why.
With them.
I'm asking why.
Because the deductions they get from that particular hospitals or doctors is how they bring people into their network.
So what you're telling me is the insurance company will go to facilities and negotiate a cushy deal, and then you're in. In other words, and some hospitals might say, we're not doing that. Go to hell. I mean, that's basically... Correct. Okay. So it's all financial, isn't it?
Correct.
It's not based on how good they are, but if they'll play ball.
Well, hopefully these are good doctors.
Well, I get it. Thank goodness in America, we have some pretty good defaults to good people. We really do.
Especially in Colorado.
But here's the deal. People need to know that it's not open, and so many people get in trouble by going somewhere that is not approved, or they're not, I don't know. We had one case where they were approved, but at that moment they weren't. So how do you know that?
That's a problem, because people do come in and out of networks.
Wow.
So you really have to be proactive.
I know it. And you're really, really helpful, your information. I really do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, they're going to be on, aren't you going to be on next week, John?
I don't think so, no.
I thought we had you scheduled for a day to be on the phone, but anyway, we'll see. When is the next time people need to have their heads up for enrollment?
Something's coming up here in July, with Medicaid. And during COVID, they kind of looked the other way with people with their incomes.
Yeah. Really?
Now that's going to be expiring. So what's probably going to be happening in July moving forward, a lot of people will be getting notice that they no longer qualify for Medicaid.
Oh, are they lowering the income?
It's not so much lowering the income as that their income is exceeded.
Well, that's what I mean. So will the requirement be lower income, the threshold?
No, you're still, for an individual, let's say someone's making around $18,000 a year. And during COVID, they were making less than that. So they originally went on Medicaid. But they now find work. Medicaid kind of away from things.
So
Going
what
to
do you
COVID.
think the threshold of income will be where you no
For an
longer
individual-
qualify for Medicaid?
For an individual, it's going to be 18,000.
All right, so if you are an individual and you make less than 18,000, you qualify.
Still qualify for Medicaid.
And it's going to be strict coming this July, you say?
So what's going to happen is they'll look at people's income. So that individual, let's say now, they've been making 23, 24, 25,000
right.
the last couple of years.
Right.
They haven't said anything. Now Medicaid's going to be saying, whoa, you no longer qualify for Medicaid. You need now to get a regular health insurance plan.
Wow.
They'd still qualify for their tax credits, but they'd have to go through, we'd have to help them at that point.
Well, then, you know what we need to do? We need to get you on around then to talk about individual plans and what these people are going to do. Are they still going to be ridiculous plans with ridiculous... we had kids getting policies with a $6,300 deduction. It may as well be $100,000.
Tom, what will happen is, depending on their income, and obviously because of the it's not Build Back Better, the American Rescue Act. Because of the American Rescue Act, people's tax credits have gone up big time.
Okay.
Depending on their ages.
So will the deductions go down?
It depends on whether we could let's say we put them in a silver level plan.
Right.
A silver level is where they can get cost sharing, where, the government will go in after their tax credits, the government will actually go in and help buy down their deductibles and their co-insurance. It's only in the silver level that happens. So we can help them negotiate or navigate the different plans and what level they should be at in hopes of getting those deductibles.
My God, I hope people are listening and take action. I swear, I wouldn't wait till July. I would do it. When do you think the deadline's going to be?
No, we're okay because it's going to be phased in.
Okay.
But right now, people that happen to be on Medicaid, I sure would wait until they actually get the level.
Got it. But here's what you do when you don't know what to do. You call John over at Integra, 303-466-5500. Even if you just get in the system right now as a potential client, then when things change, they can look for something, and he's got all kinds of plans where, for example, the government will help pay your deductible, and the government helps pay premiums. So there is hope for those who have or need help and are working. Okay, they're not forgetting about the working poor, as I call it. Anyway, more coming up. This is a complicated topic. Of course, we can't cover it all right now. Garage Magic for your garage floors.
Denver, 630.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get that in.
Okay.
Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts.
It was
good.
As a matter of fact, I could send it to you. It sounded really good.
This report is sponsored by...
It was good going to break that way.
Your traffic southbound I-25 through downtown, nothing too unusual about that as you make your approach to Spear. I-7 good both directions, no reported major problems on 225, a little bit of slow traffic southbound working your way past 6th Avenue, so may have some debris or a stall in traffic, and some heavier traffic on outbound Pena Boulevard right around 56th Avenue. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy, a high of 90 today, tonight's low 52, and then a big change for tomorrow through the weekend with rain and snow and high temperatures only into the 40s. Currently, it's 80. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 K-How.
Need to hire? Need Indeed.
Here you go, man. 10 away pain and fix it.
In one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Okay. When you're in pain, nothing else matters in life. I'm telling you. You can just be really, really down. Colorado Pain Care gets you up and running. So they have short-term, quick solutions to help you, like trigger point injections and other things. Then they have ways to keep you in good shape, and they have physical therapy. They also have longer-term solutions. 303-GOT-PAIN. Here's the message. At least start with them now. 303-GOT-PAIN, and they will help you. They also have physical therapy. 303-GOT-PAIN, and they have appointments from 7 to 7. 303-GOT-PAIN. All right, fix it 24/7. They'll help you, not with your pain, but they help you with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And right now, let's turn it on when we're talking about heat and cooling. We're going to need cooling, and they're offering this because they're slammed a little, but it's not going to be anything like a heat wave. So you can get your air conditioning system completely tuned up, adjusted, and supreme cleaned for the small cost of $39. Seriously. Now, people say, oh, they just want to get in your home and see what's there and find something wrong. That's not the truth. But the truth is, if they do find something wrong, now's the time to do it, because you have no pressure and you can really think about it. They're good people, and I use them at my home. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939.
Thank you.
The millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet, if so.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Sarah's on hold for an hour.
And tell her,
Line.
apologize, I'll go right to her.
Okay.
He's getting so much publicity, he shouldn't
Sarah?
he shouldn't care about waiting.
Just hang on for me. He's going right to you after the break, okay?
Tell her
Hang
I'm
on.
sorry.
Who, John Sr.?
Oh, no.
He's gone.
Okay.
And he'll work out whatever the schedule is for phone-in stuff.
I thought he was scheduled for a whole hour.
Right.
I mean, a whole show, and we had to stop it because of the construction, and he knew nothing about it.
No.
No.
Well, sometimes the boss doesn't know.
No, the Integra people were not scheduled. We had to reschedule the Garage Magic and the Kevin Culkin from Sheridan Auto Tech. Those were the two that got displaced and rescheduled.
So what we're saying is Kevin didn't get pizza, Tom.
We haven't gotten pizza for a long time.
I could do with that.
Hey.
Oh. You weren't here. You know when you wake up and you have like a song stuck in your head?
Yeah, you said that.
Duran, the Reflex.
You
in
said
my head,
that.
Shannon.
That's a good one, Reflex.
It's not.
Yeah, it's all right.
No, but I mean, like, I'm a hairband person, so I don't even know why Duran would be stuck in my head.
Duran.
I like all kinds of music, really I do,
Yeah.
and I don't mind that. I go by the music, not by the genre. It's surprising.
Yeah. I can't do hard metal stuff. I don't have the...
You know what? It depends. Heavy metal...
I can appreciate stuff that's good, but I can't...
Heavy metal, real heavy metal,
Yeah.
to me, it is a little, I don't know. I don't see it, but then that other kind of rock that, I don't know what the hell you call it, but it's kind of heavy, but it's deep, and it tells a story like...
Even Metallica,
like
kind of a...
Pink Floyd used to be, but they're not.
Oh.
But people like Pink Floyd
That's
or
progressive rock.
No, that's
Spooky
arena
Tooth.
rock.
Remember Spooky Tooth?
That's
or
arena rock.
King
Like
Crimson.
Kiss and
Hold
REO.
on. Are you guys even listening to this old man?
Well, yeah, no,
Yes.
she is throwing out other bands and genres, but...
How about King Crimson?
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Goes down as the...
How about Quatermass?
King Crimson is... arguably the best concert I've ever seen.
I know. And then Quatermass is another one. And then, oh shit, what was that other one? We had some that were so crazy.
Robert Fripp.
I don't know. Red Hot Chili Peppers was the best concert.
Well, that's
I've ever
good.
been
They're
to.
regular rockers. They're really good. I love them.
I mean, no, they were just really good live.
Yeah. Blink 182 I love live, too.
AC/DC wasn't bad either.
And I always love Steven Tyler.
My daughter got to hang out with Blink 182 on one of their tours backstage here. She got a kick out of that. You're hanging with the godfathers of... What the hell is that style of music? It's emo rock. No, not emo rock.
It's...
Well, who are you talking about?
No, it's not ska.
Blink 182.
It's not ska. It's like...
Well, no, that's punk.
Hey, pop punk, you're back.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. You can text the show. I'll put it on right now. Also, make your comment on YouTube. The problem is, my YouTubers, while I love them, they're not very intelligent on the comments. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to come up with new names for genders. I don't think a man should be called a man anymore. So, if you can come up with something, let me know. But there's a lot of genders. This is not meant to poke fun. It's meant as a kind of funny thing because I'm a bit confused. And I'd like to be in on the ground level of naming a genre. Let me go to, who do I go to, Sarah? Now, Sarah, this is something that I apologize so much because this is important. But having the heat shut off shouldn't be that important, except tomorrow the cold front's coming. What's really more important, too, I think, is the hot water, because if you have hot water, you don't have hot water. So what's going on where you live? Tell me what's going on.
Okay, well, part of the problem is I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
How long have you been, Sarah, how long have you been there?
At this particular apartment, over 2 years now. I've been renter here.
Okay, and tell me something. When did the problem start?
I would say the beginning of this month. The whole building didn't have hot water, and then they sent out an email saying that Excel was going to be doing an emergency inspection and that they were shutting it off.
So beginning in May, what did gas mean to you as far as in your home? Tell me what's going on.
Oh, well, it's fairly important. I have 2 teenage children.
Yeah, but what does it control? Does it do hot water?
Hot water and heat. And heat's really not an issue right now, but the hot water is definitely an issue.
I think that's the main thing. In fact, I would think that's a habitability issue, which literally would mean that they should give you rent credit for you to get somewhere. But, I mean, first of all, do you have renter's insurance?
Yes, I do.
Now, in your policy, there could be temporary housing allowances for no hot water. I'm not sure. But you really need to look at it, and you're wise to have it, by the way, especially for the liability. But, Sarah, you're calling, so what? Are they refusing to fix it? Are they not communicating? What is the story?
There's a complete breakdown of communication. This is a fairly large building. There's 20 units here, and we live on a large complex. And
now, is that building the only one affected, or the only one in the complex?
Yes, it is the only one that is currently out of gas.
How many buildings like that? How many in that facility?
I would say there's 15 to 20 buildings here at Ivy Crossing.
What, are you kidding? It's that big? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a very large complex. We're on 2 sides of the block. There's a street that goes...
Where is that? What part of town is that?
Over on South Quebec Street, just by the Denver Dumb Friends League.
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't realize that. I drive past there a lot. I didn't realize there were that many buildings. So what is the latest information you have on no hot water?
Well, last Friday they sent us an email saying, okay, guys, repairs are done. It should be up and running in 4 hours. So I waited all weekend, and then I replied to the email saying, hey, I wouldn't be so frustrated if you hadn't said it was going to be up and running in 4 hours, and now we've waited an entire weekend with still nothing. And now they're not even returning calls.
All right, who have you been talking? Give me the name of first of all, the complex. What's the name?
It's Ivy Crossing.
Ivy Crossing. And who's the management?
They just switched management, actually. It was Warren Village, and now we got an email since the water's been shut off. I believe it was day before yesterday, saying that they're now Ivy Crossing LLC.
Okay, that's just, okay. So I know why they're doing that, to limit their liability, Sarah. Something's going on. Who's the manager on site that you can walk in and talk to?
We actually don't have one currently.
Do you have anyone we can call right now to say what the hell is going on?
No, I really wish I did, because the only person I have to call is the phone number on the website, and it sends you to one of those call centers, where they register,
This is crazy.
complaints or whatever.
Yeah,
and
where
then
you're
they
just,
handle
okay,
it.
we're going to make some noise. If we call that number, we get a call center?
Yeah, it's a call center. It's not even the people here at our leasing office. And if you walk directly into the leasing office, which I've done several times, they tell you, oh, it's out of our hands. We
Okay.
don't know what's going on. We're waiting for Excel.
This
So
is where I
actually
want,
called
this
Excel.
is where I want suggestions. So I want, seriously, I want suggestions from my people listening on YouTube. I want you to text me. If anyone knows anything about this, maybe we call the previous management company and we say, hey, what's going on? What's the previous management company?
I believe it was called Warren Village.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Warren Village at Ivy Cross.
Break.
Now we're Ivy Crossing LLC.
Okay. I got to take a break. Hold on. Okay, we're going to get on this, I promise. Hold on.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Just some minor pockets of slowing on our metro area highways with heavier volume. Seeing that into downtown on southbound I-25 between I-70 and Spear, and 270 making your approach to Vasquez either direction. I-70 a little sluggish westbound as you make your way towards I-25 from Colorado Boulevard. There is an accident Santa Fe northbound at Dartmouth and one at Greenwood Plaza Boulevard.
Hopefully I wrote it right. Sheridan and Fuller.
Weather a high of 90 today, tonight's low 52. And
You got those good, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
it's only in the 40s. Currently it's 82. With your impact.
Tom, did I do it?
Gotcha,
Sheridan
bro.
and Fuller. Okay.
Ow.
Finding a great hire can be a challenge. That's why there's Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You know, it's so frustrating when people don't listen to you. You heard that woman. She can't get through to her management company. They ignore her. You know what? That's why you need an attorney with personal injury. John Fuller is the guy I recommend, and I'm telling you, there's something behind it. John Fuller knows what he's doing, and he will treat you like a person. He's not going to aggregate you and then pass you off to an underling. I'm serious. That's what these big firms do. Don't make any mistake. They won't give you their personal cell phone and talk to you anytime you have a question. John Fuller not only takes your case, first he'll evaluate it free consultation, and never out of pocket. It's contingency fees always. myaccidentlawyer.co. myaccidentlawyer.co, and that stands for Colorado. myaccidentlawyer.co. Look him up, talk to him. You will love the service. If he thinks you have a great case, he'll take it with a vengeance, okay? Okay, someone else I want to recommend. I know all these people personally. When I recommend people, I know them. Sheridan Auto Tech is someone I know. I know Kevin Calkin. Kevin treats his employees and his customers like family. I call him Uncle Kevin. He does maintenance, repairs, electrical issues with 2 locations, on Colfax in Lakewood and on Havana in Aurora. Longevity, honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. Give him a call. 303-455-7242. That's 455-7242.
Thank you.
Why choose proven quality?
4 minutes.
Thanks, man. I am a bit loopy, by the way.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter radio show here in Denver, Colorado, and I'm calling regarding Ivy Crossing apartment.
I am a bit loopy. I don't mind saying
Homes, do you represent that?
I don't even know what the fuck day it is. Hold on.
Probably. We have a caller on that is complaining about your property, and we just wondered if there's somebody that wanted to come on
Did I
to
do
defend
anything
themselves.
right today? My God. Did I do garage one clear choice? Yes.
Noticing you had some
You want to take the
unchecked
number down?
boxes on the bottom of the sheet.
This is my problem.
303.
I got the X's after.
There's
I
actually
should have
two.
it before.
303-713-8255. or they can call 303-627-8466. And I will just let you know if you want to pass this along to the property manager that you are being maligned by some of your people that are living in Ivy Crossing apartments.
And we have a very powerful radio show and people are listening.
May want to call me as soon as possible.
Yes, please. And I want an update from Kelly on this.
Maligned.
Do you know?
My name's Kelly.
Oh, really? Because she's calling too. That's great. I have the wrong day. I had the wrong
Thanks
day,
so much.
Doc. God
Yeah, it just goes into a call center.
Yeah, it's some poor kid answering.
Hey, Kelly, I just left a message with the call center.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you both did. Good, good, good.
I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh, dude.
Which means I took all the drugs I have, my weekly shot. I have a double shot of testosterone.
You've been talking about your Friday appointment all day.
Wait, what?
You
can pretend I didn't.
I think he's
Shannon, stop
over-medicated,
cleaning.
Kelly.
You're making me feel bad.
No, no.
It's my job.
Fun, I got the... Well, it's just the testosterone, not the other shots, right?
I don't know what other shots there are.
The ones I take.
Oh, no, I don't do those.
Oh, they're great.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do them. I just scared, man, it scares the hell out of me.
That's absolutely horrible.
A dick prick would hurt.
You hardly notice.
Actually, it's a prick.
Mm-hmm. It's not like a skin patch.
Could you name your clinic Prick?
Yeah.
There was a guy. Hey, Doc, did you know a guy that worked in town named Dr. Muff Dick?
Oh, yeah,
You're full of shit.
No.
Yeah, Muff Dick?
Yep.
Yeah, he was an OBGYN for years.
Yep.
And his name is Muff Dick.
No.
Yes, and I was...
M-U-F-T-I-C.
Yep, my
Muff
family
Tick.
was very close.
It's Muff Tick.
Yeah, but just say it fast.
Muff Tick.
And his wife, Felicia, was Denver City Council for a long time.
His wife is Sarah Bush.
That's funny. Felicia Muftik. And he was Yugoslavian. And he would import wine for us at the restaurant. The best way to sell this wine is word of mouth. What's that? Word of mouth.
There was actually a urologist who was named Wellington Hung. So he was well hung for short. That's a true story.
Well hung.
That's a good one.
Wellington Hung.
Oh, God, we're coming back. Thankfully.
I am really tired of you guys talking like this.
Sure.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
You are up.
Hey, gutters don't clean themselves. It's a dangerous job. I endorse Gutter Helmet. Denver.com, the multi-patented gutter protection system. Never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. 303-298-8888. 303-298-8888. So this is crazy. So we had Kelly attack Ivy Crossing on one front, and we had Deputy Doc attack him on another front. So what happened, Kelly? I heard a little bit of it. Talk about it.
Yeah, so I basically just left a message. It's a calling service. It's a,
it's a call center.
Yeah, it's a call center. So it's,
did they say, hey, we have nothing to do with this, we're just passing it along?
Yes.
Okay. So what did you tell them?
I said that you are being maligned on the air by
maligned?
People. Well,
discussed.
And so we left our numbers for them to call.
And did you tell them we were doing the maligning?
303 Martino, and we wanted to get to a resolution or direct toward a resolution for these poor residents that live there. And she said she'd pass it along, and she said she'd do it with great urgency.
Now, this is speaking about someone in a critical manner is maligning. Would you say, hold on, would you say we did that?
Yes.
Doc?
Yes. Yes. We left our numbers for them to call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And did you tell them we were doing the
I'm sorry, hold on. I got my YouTube video up too. All right, so bottom line is, seriously, we're going to stay on this. I really want Sarah to know this is not like something we take lightly, and it sucks. I know how you feel, though. What you're doing is you are a voice in the wind, basically, and it's just like calling that call center. They do nothing. Sarah, we're going to make noise, and I'll make you a bet. You're going to have, before the end of the weekend, you're going to have hot water. Deputy Doc, what did you do, basically? What's happened?
I did the same thing. I left a
If you're looking
message
to pay
with the
for a
call
home
center,
improvement
told
or fund a
them
large
that
expense,
it was
it may
imperative
be
they
worth
get back
looking
because she
at
has
your
no
home.
heat,
It's true.
and gave them my
Mortgage rates
personal
are
number.
still very
All right,
competitive.
so bottom
and
line
home
is
values,
we are
they're on the
doing
rise,
something about it.
making this a great
Hold
time
on.
for a cash-out refinance.
Are we off the
Just
air?
call up
Yes, sir.
When did we
Colorado's
go
Home
off?
for home
Right when Doc started to talk.
I'm like this old uncle you keep in the closet and you don't tell people about him.
All right.
I mean, do you have a disclaimer running that I don't know about?
No, nothing about mental well-being or check on a loved one.
The words and
Yes.
or how do they say it? The content of this show should not be construed as any sane content.
No, that was
wager.
yesterday.
This is good.
Our-
It was good.
Our host is old and infirmed.
That'll be fine. Hey, the only problem is if you can't. Tom, do you have a atomic clock?
Yes.
Okay. So
right now, hold on. Right now we're coming up at noon in 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Yep.
6, 5,
Nailed it.
4,
You're on
3,
time.
2, 1, noon.
So, yeah, that's the only thing. If you can't hear that
So
music,
you're saying, what is your excuse?
No, I'm saying if you can't hear the music, the only fail-safe is the clock, but that's a tough one. All right, we'll reconvene in 5.
Okay, I will be walking around. If I get lost, I will text you.
Understood.
I'm surprised Jorge hasn't called back today.
Hey, we got to talk about him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he should have been resuming his screaming at me.
Oh, my God.
What? What? Why are you so quiet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, are you the only one in here?
I thought maybe you're on the phone.
No.
Did you see on YouTube the logo on the TV screen? That's what he has on there?
Oh my god, I just saw that.
I don't think it's green screen. I think that's him.
How? What? What, do you put in a JPEG or something?
Possibly.
Or is it Photoshop? I could Photoshop it.
Oh, my God, my God, my God.
The reflex is a lonely child.
Nope, you don't have to.
Yeah, I know, but it's in my head. It's driving me nuts. I'd rather have, Supertramp or some, decent classic rock band in my head right now. But I got Duran Duran. I mean, it is what it is. It's not even their best song, either. I mean, like, if you're going to get a Duran Duran song in your head, I mean, at least get Rio.
Jorge is a crook.
Or New Moon on Monday.
Do we have Jorge's last name and phone number?
Yes. Jorge Amazola.
Amazola, A-M-E-Z-O-L-A.
Do you need his number? I can put it on the screen.
Are we back again with him?
Remember, he's going to serve you with paper soon for libel and slander.
Both?
Yeah.
We got both cats.
And he claims to, I don't know, had death threats against his children.
Oh, nobody. Well. Okay, let's make more magic, folks.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. This hour brought to you by Water Pros, the best water systems at the lowest prices. And I mean that. I mean, they're wonderful. Right over here, you can't see it because I'm and online because it's off camera, but I'm at my house and I had this drinking water thing. Deputy Doc loves it. We've had all the water you can drink without bottled water. You just take it. It's wonderful drinking water, healthy, triple filtered, reverse osmosis, under $1,000. It was $900 at your sink. You can't beat it. Waterpros.net. Anyway, let's keep going here. I want to get to the calls, and we still have a crook on the loose that we have to talk about. Kelly, what is his name? Is it Jorge or is it something else?
So he goes by Raul and Jorge.
Raul, Jorge Amazola, right?
Correct.
And it sounds like I said a dish at my favorite restaurant, but basically, and leave that Amazola on the side, please. She hired him to do flooring for $1,200. And he didn't do the whole job. He said it's not part of it, these transitions. Well, these transitions onto carpet and stuff, of course that's part of the job. Anyway, then she paid him $1,800 for materials for the basement. And he never bought the stuff and stopped showing up. Now he changed his company name, and it's called Beltran, and this SOB is just lying and cheating. And he threatened to sue us. And by the way, if you do, Jorge, I'd love it, because what I'll do is get into your books and your appointments, and to show, which I'll have access to through Discovery, to show how you got the money and did not spend money for the benefit of the client. So Jorge, I'm going to tell people, if they see this number, not to call it. 720-646-9422. Now, if I dial his number here, live, how do I do it so he doesn't see my number? Star 67 first? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Star 67, and then the number, right? 720. I'm calling him 720-646-9422. 22. So there he is. I'm going to call him, and I'll put him on speaker. Can you hear that, Shannon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See what happens. Jorge. And then we'll just leave it like that.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 720-646-9422 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, or press 1 for more options.
Raul, Jorge Amazola, I'm Tom Martino. We're live on my show, and we're talking about you and how you ripped off Holly and ripped off other people. We're getting emails and texts about you. So the jig is up, as they say. We got your number, 720-646-9422. And we will continue telling people about you, that you're a liar, cheat, and rip-off. And if you don't like it, call me back. Maybe you have a side to the story we're not hearing. Like you, who knows? You're not feeling good, the money's in an account, and you're going to buy everything you promised, and you just didn't get around to it. Maybe your dog ate it, the paperwork. 720-646-9422 is your number. You can call me at 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. Nothing personal here, sir. It's just that we rout out liars, cheats, and ripoffs. I've been doing it for 40 years. Trust me when I tell you, we're effective. So please come through. All right, there we are. I left a message. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, let's take another call. Who should I take? Who just dropped off and why? Was I taking too long to get to the
Nope, that was Sarah.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. She knows what we're doing then, right? Good. Sarah, we're working on for that hot water. This is what we do. So let's get to him. Now it's Ray's turn. Ray, thank you for waiting. I do appreciate you. What's going on, Ray?
Hi, Tom. I was in a car accident 2 weeks ago.
Ooh.
And
so that would put it around the first of the month, or around there.
Yeah, it was Friday morning after Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
It was a 2012 Suburban I bought. I looked for 6 months to buy this car.
Oh no! What kind of car is it?
It was a 2012 Suburban, and it only had 70,000 miles.
Holy crap! And it was in good shape.
And I bought it. I bought it from. I know you do a lot with McDonald Hyundai. That's actually where I bought the car.
What we do is we purchase cars there, and I'm just saying that they're really good people. Okay.
Yeah, I used to actually, and I'm a retired auto broker, and I actually used to work for the Mazda store. But here's the thing: after the accident, I was taken to the hospital, only because my blood pressure was high. So information.
Well, tell me about the accident first. How'd it happen?
The guy claimed in front of the 911, while I had 911 on the phone, he claimed he fell asleep at the wheel and hit me in the left rear quarter and put me into the center wall at I-70 in Peoria.
So I-70 Peoria, he rear-ended you?
Correct.
I-70.
So I never got the information.
Well, did you have a police report?
Well, he gave me a police report before I went to the hospital. That was the wrong one. I still have not got a copy of the police report. And it ended up being a mess. I mean, they had to bring police out from the airport because that was the night they had that big accident with like 7 cars and a rollover and a fire.
Yeah, but why should that affect you at all? As far as this is an accident at I-70 in Peoria, and somebody rear-ended you, where is the problem right now?
Well, it's 2 weeks later. I can't get a copy of the police report. I had to order it online. I ended up turning it over to my insurance company. Luckily, I bought Gap insurance, so I'm probably going to be made whole on a call. Because you know the way cars are right now, I pay way too much.
No, so you know what? You're smart. If you have collision coverage, it's going to take care of it, and it's going to try to subrogate, and that's what you pay for.
Right, but here's the thing. I was just, when I've had a couple accidents in my life, and they always exchanged information.
Right.
And gave me this. And they don't do that anymore, I guess.
Well, hold on. Sure they do. Sure they do.
Well, I talked to another Denver police officer.
No, but wait, hold on, Ray. To exchange information, you don't have to talk to the police. Did you ask the guy for his name, address, and phone number and insurance?
No, because they took me to the hospital.
Oh, I see. I see. So, there's nothing wrong with exchanging information. A lot of people do it. I highly recommend it. Plus, get it on the police report if there is a police report. Now, you can't get what department is this?
Denver.
Denver PD. Do you know what district?
It ended up being out of the airport because they didn't have any regular district files.
So they're using the airport police.
Right. They dispatched 2 people from out there. The guy told me before I went to the hospital, he says, I haven't worked an accident in 10 years, and I got
They may have not written it up properly.
Well, he did. The first accident report number.
Wait, what do you mean when you got a copy of the report at the scene? Oh, no, you were being taken to the hospital. So the initial accident report you had, and you said it's wrong. What's wrong about it?
Well, he gave me the wrong number. I finally found it out. But my problem was between me and even my insurance company still don't have an accident report to subrogate against this guy's insurance or even if he had it.
Okay, hold on. There's no report or you can't find the report. What do you mean? Like that initial report when you said it's wrong, what did it say on the report?
He wrote his name and a number on a piece of paper and handed it to me as I was going to the hospital.
Okay. All right.
So,
you know what, Ray? You're going to find out the bad news is they may not have written it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But listen, is this guy the type of guy you think that will just lie about it? I mean, because if it happened and it's a rear end, what makes you think that it just, your company won't be able to subrogate? And why don't you just leave it to them? Why are you so involved?
Well, I was just calling to let people know, to make sure that to get information, because here's... No,
I appreciate... By the way, I want you to know something. I truly do appreciate the heads up on this. I really do. But, man, it does bring up a good topic. What the hell do you do when you're being rushed to the hospital? How do you know you wouldn't have had time to get information. What would you have done?
Did you have time to take
Well, the other officer actually came to the ambulance and said, "Are we going to exchange information?" And the officer that was in the ambulance talking to me said, "No. I gave him a case number. That's all we need to do."
Well, okay.
So,
yes,
but here's
that's true if that case number recorded all of the vitals. Did you call the police and give them the case number?
Well, no. So here's the thing. He told me all I had to do was call dispatch, and they would give me the exchange information.
Did they do it?
And that's not true.
All right, hold on. I got to take a break, but this is incredible. I need to know why you can't just give a case number and what comes up when you give a case number. By the way, Silverleaf Mortgage for reverse loans are people I truly love to work with. They have a heart for seniors. They have done amazing things. They have a nonprofit connected to them where they fix up the house even to help you get a better appraisal. It's incredible what they do. Silverleafmortgage.com, 720-REVERSE is the phone number, 720-REVERSE.
Awesome.
How long will this bull market last? What will the next recession look like? Are you financially prepared? Visit my website now at kurtcambier.com for your free portfolio analysis. That's Kurt with a K, CAMBIER.com.
Are you okay on doing these three?
Research Inc.
Oh, no, I'm talking
Broker-dealer,
to Doc.
member
I'm
of
fine.
FINRA,
Don't you dare
SIPC,
turn me
investment
in
advisor
personality.
representative,
Hold on.
Cambridge Investment.
Nope, it's not your time.
Here
you go.
Cambridge and Centennial Capital Partners are not affiliated.
You know, I have really three related spots if you think about it. First of all, I love telling you about garages, you know that, and the garage coatings on the floors to make them absolutely beautiful. This is the season to do it. And Garage Kings offers, listen to this, the lowest price, they say, and a lifetime warranty and no money down. And I've seen their work. Mark had them do his. They do, of course, garage floors, sidewalks, walkways, patios. GarageKings.com, 720-252-0370, 720-252-0370. Okay, now, let's talk about American restoration. It's kind of related, right? I mean, you know, what I mean is they make your property whole again. They make your property beautiful again. If you have a fire, a flood, a pipe break, mold, asbestos, unattended crime, whatever it is, American Restoration can help you. That's right, and they're honest because this whole area of business is filled with liars, cheats, and ripoffs. But you can trust them. And even though your insurance is paying, don't think, hey, I don't care who I hire, my insurance is paying. Because once they pay, they won't pay again. So please don't get caught with the wrong people. American Restoration is who you need. 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST. Or online at amrest247.com. That's amrest247.com. Okay, so we talked about garage floors, and we talked about restoration, preserving floors. Let's talk about new floors with regular floors like hardwoods and LVT and carpeting in all tiers of quality. You can go to simplyfloorsinc.com. You can get the best, you can get moderate for rentals, you get the best installers and the best prices. That's what I love. They even have a design consultant for each job at no charge. I've known Buddy for many years. Buddy and Karen Mitchell, they have committed to making less profit and to passing savings on to you. Simply Floors Inc. INC is where you make your own appointment. simplyfloorsinc.com.
Thank you.
Sprung and it's full.
3.5 minutes.
Thank you. The speaker could come down a bit still, bro?
No, it's been fine.
Oh, that's the old message. Okay.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
Doc, the medicine is
Okay, and
not
is this what type of contract is it?
and the gabapentin.
Oh, okay.
Just a little. You know, I'm not...
Well, you're having a hard time remember what day it is. This is about the third time that you weren't sure.
No, I have because...
Sure.
Also,
did you already
remember
pay
this.
them? Was there already
Going
money
to
exchanged,
sleep
or
sometimes in the afternoon at
are they
5,
just not?
Getting up at 8, staying up till midnight or more, going back, getting up at 4 in the morning. I mean, what I do is...
Do you need your afternoon nap? 5 to 8?
It depends, like how I slept the night before. If my pain is spasming
All right, and
real bad,
what company is it?
I literally sleep in between episodes. And then, so I take it when I can. If I'm home and I'm calm, no pain, I go
All
to
right,
sleep.
you got it. What's
if
your name?
I'm aching, I walk. You know,
Good morning, K-House Troubleshooter
I mean,
Show.
Did you say
my whole
Joni?
schedule. But the good news is I am
Jeremy.
getting sleep. I
Okay,
really
got
am.
it.
I
Sorry.
really am, but not together.
Our phone
and
is
I don't know if that's important.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
I
important.
will go ahead
I
and
get
place
like
you on hold,
3 or
and he
4
will be
hours,
with you as
and
soon
then I
as he
get
can,
another
okay?
3 hours.
Hang on for me.
Oh, who's here?
Hey, let me clear. You're really bad. I'll clear my schedule.
Say it again.
Let's do it tonight.
We had a fishing trip,
It would never
boy.
happen, but I mean, I would be there.
You're crazy hot. If you
I
can
hope
come
he is.
down just a hair.
Hold on.
Oh, Mark, thank God. Are you there?
How's that?
Yeah.
Mark,
What's shaking, bacon?
Oh, nothing. I'm really, really like a little loopy from this shit.
Mark, he doesn't even remember.
You're always
what
loopy.
week it is.
What's this little loopy?
Hey, you know what I can do from now on, guys? You don't even understand. I can sue all of you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I'm a
And we
permanent
get to
risk.
see in your book.
Oh, he can sue us based on the old fart rule.
Person at risk.
And we can drag it out until we win chronologically.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dead people can't win.
No.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martin.
It was so hot out there on that boat. We were out there 5 hours fishing.
Was it fun?
Hi, Bennett.
It was a blast. Suzanne caught probably,
Aw,
I don't know,
thank you.
somewhere between 7 and 10 fish. I caught about the same.
Aw, thank you for that.
Some dude next to us caught a shark.
Mark, catch and release?
You can keep them if you want, but there was nothing we're
great.
going to do with them.
Hey,
Are
Mark,
you
I just
quoting
looked
his
at the
Tinder
weather map.
profile?
You are having 90.
The guy next to us caught a bull
which
shark,
one?
man. It was kind of cool. It's like 3 foot, maybe 4 foot.
Hey, 10 away, coming back to you guys. Hang on.
And
Is available everywhere, in your car, at work, and wherever you go. All you need is our free iHeartRadio app. Just say, play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio.
Up.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Mark's back. Mark is, by the way, he's out and about, and I want to say it's sponsored by Century RV.
Century RV,
Century
baby.
RV, they got him started in a motorhome years ago, and he's out around the country, and he's calling in from, where are you now? What part of the country, Mark?
We're still in Hilton Head. We're going to be here till Sunday, then we head towards Nashville, but we stop at a few places in between. We went out fishing on the ocean today. I have not been in the Atlantic Ocean since, 20 years ago, man. You grew up on the Atlantic like I.
Right.
When's the last time you were there?
Right, that's true. And by the way, he's reporting on the price of gas. By the way, Colorado has the record. What's the last you paid, Mark?
Well, the last, remember, we're talking diesel, $4.59. No, I'm sorry, $5.59.
What was regular gas going for?
Well, I can tell you what that's going for right now because every gas station has it out here for about $4.50.
Okay. Anyway, thank you. And it's by the way, CenturyRV.com. I'm not kidding when I tell you they're great people. Man, they have a huge discount compared to others, even in these times, which I don't know how they do that. Anyway, let's keep going. And we're talking now to, wait, did he go? What are we doing with him? I thought we were helping him with the Suburban.
You told him what to do.
Okay, we did give him the information. Now, but here's what I don't understand. He should be able to call with the case number and get the details. But if not, the insurance company itself will do somewhat of an investigation. And they do things that are obvious, like they call the police or stuff like they actually do, and they'll talk to you and they will believe you unless they have counter evidence. If you say he ran into the back of me and you have rear damage, it's going to be quite obvious. You'd be surprised. They like to subrogate, and you don't have to have all the evidence. They go out and do their own. Now, let's keep going, okay? Because I want to get through these. What's going on with Jeremy? Jeremy, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Good. What's going on, man?
Nothing. Hey, I got a question and need some advice.
All right.
My wife and I hired a contractor in July last year to do a full kitchen remodel, and we agreed on a 16-week time frame for a kitchen remodel, and we also had him amend the contract to do our deck as well, to remove our deck and complete our deck.
All right. All in that 16 weeks?
The time frame for the deck, I don't think got specified in the contract.
Okay, hold on. Who's the contractor?
The contractor's name, it's Home Service Pros out of Castle Rock.
How'd you find him?
He was recommended to us by the kitchen designer that we went through, J&M Kitchen and Bath.
So what's the problem right now?
The problem right now is that our kitchen is finally complete in December. Our deck is still not complete. We paid him for material for the deck back in, I believe it was August. We paid for material for the deck. The deck framing was up in December.
Okay, so the deck, what was he doing? Tell me about the deck contract. He was he taking out, I just need in generalities, was he taking out the old and replacing?
Yes, it's a 12 by 60 deck. He took out the old deck and was going to rebuild new, same for same, and add rain escape for our walkout area.
So, I got you. So, have you ever seen that system called Dry Below? Man, it's really cool. They have a bunch of new systems now, by the way.
Yep. No, he used a system called Rain Escape, and like I said, the framing was up at the end of the year, but the rain escape, I guess, needed to be a certain temperature in order to be able to be installed.
What? I never heard of that. But anyway, rain escape is it a pretty cool system?
It's like a membrane, and then at the end it has individual gutters.
I got it.
That all feed in, basically away from the house.
So listen, man, tell me something. Did he start? He did start the deck. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so where are we right now? Did you pay him ahead of time? How much did you pay for the deck?
The total deck estimate was $36,000.
And how much have you paid him so far?
I think we're into him for about 26 of that, 27 of that.
And did he do about that much work?
Absolutely not.
Is he going to? Is he going to?
That is the question. We're having a problem even getting him out to the house.
What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name?
His name is Steven Heltzer.
Steven Heltzer.
I mean, what would he say right now if we call him?
He was supposed to be there today because the decking that he has put on, which he's not doing himself, he has lost pretty much all of his decent employees over the past few months.
Yeah, but does he, but Mark asked a good question. If we called him, would he say, we're going to get on that, we just have a tough time getting employees, supply chain, blah, 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 or would he say, I'm done?
No, he would say he's still going to be on it.
And he would say, he would blame everybody else. He would Bidenize it, basically, right?
Yes, I talked to him on Monday. He said that he'd be there because there are issues with the decking boards already that an unqualified person has already put on the deck. He hasn't even been out there to do the install. But he told me Monday he'd be out there Thursday because there are issues with the joists are not level and the decking is already wavy between the joists.
All right.
So the quality of what's in there right now is already subpar.
Okay, so
and he hasn't been there today already. He told me he'd be there today and has
let's call him
every single joist.
Let's just call him. Let's just call him and let him know eyes are on him. I'm serious. When we do, we can do that. What was his last name again? I didn't get it. Eltzer?
It's Helzer, Helzer. Okay.
Why don't we call and say, listen, you did the kitchen. What's going on with the deck? I mean, seriously.
Right.
The good news is he did the kitchen.
Yes.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to. What do you think's going on? The guy lost some employees, but I mean, do you think his intentions are to finish? How rough should we be?
I think his intentions are, but I think he's in over his head with however many jobs he's got going on. But the problem that me and my wife has is that we've paid 80% of this up front on a home equity loan that we've been paying interest on, and we still don't have a debt.
No, I know that. Why did you pay ahead like that?
This is the first time we have ever done any type of home remodel through a contractor.
Okay.
So this is our first experience.
All right, Dave, I want you to remember. I want you to remember something as we go to break, though. And I'm serious when I say referralist.com. I'm not saying my people are perfect, but we're on them. We do secret shopping. We monitor the reviews. We're on them. I mean, if there's even a negative review, Mark calls them. He just calls them.
We've got a guy that builds decks. He's kind of on the down low because it's him and his wife. He's got a good crew, but he gets so busy. But Valerio, he's done work on my deck. This guy's unbelievable, and he doesn't take a cent till he's done.
Yeah. And by the way, let's talk about Renew Home Innovations. That's a company that does bathrooms. If you're thinking about doing your bathroom, don't make the mistake. Renew Home, they do, by the way, bathrooms, beautiful shower and tub area combinations, or just a beautiful big giant custom shower. And it's all like rock and stone material that looks like it, but no maintenance. 303-904-2000. They have free financing. They have also special pricing for seniors and for vets. 303-904-2000.
Down.
Okay.
This is Denver.
I just need to get some of these.
With Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplan.
Is he up?
Yeah, you guys can talk for a sec, but I need a become the banker in less than a minute.
Yeah, but Mark, you sound good on there.
Oh, good.
Good, and really good.
Can I just tell you something? Jeremy.
What do they got
Jeremy.
you on?
What's that?
Why are you loopy? What do they have you on?
Gabapentin and muscle relaxers. And I don't know why, but I'm a little tiny loopy.
Yeah, I dig.
And I don't know why, because it's not narcotic or anything. But I'm a little confused, like things like rushing. I know it's the meds, obviously.
Just even the relief of pain, though, can create a euphoria.
And the relief, there's not really, I wouldn't call it euphoria. It's doing really well on the pain today. I call it more like a haze. Exactly.
Hey, 10 away, become the banker. Hang on, guys. 10 away.
That gives you smarter rates where your actual driving is the #1 factor. Because we don't need a mascot to save you money. Root, for good drivers. Download the app today. Disclaimers may apply. See root.com for details.
You know, when it comes to retirement, so many people are looking for a way to get income in retirement. Well, I have a way you can get income, and it's tax-free. It's called Become the Banker. It's not a secret. You overfund life insurance. And here's the deal. When you do that, the government allows it to gather just like a qualified plan, like a 401k. It's tax-deferred, the whole thing. And what's great about it is Joe Chiano and the team at Become the Banker can show you how to pull it out tax-free and never pay taxes. It's also a fund to buy cars and education, and it benefits you from borrowing from yourself because you pay it back with more interest, which gives you more retirement money. BecomeTheBanker.org.
Thank you.
You know, when you called me this morning, we were in the middle of the Atlantic.
I know, it's so cool. I noticed that her phone is better than yours, or it's just that she answers more, or what?
No, I don't bring. When we're out on excursions, I don't even bring mine. You gotta get her. She always has her phone.
Good.
Hey, Mark,
you know what's funny is we were probably, I don't know how many knots we were doing, but before we started fishing, we went out into the Atlantic probably an hour and 20 minutes. And we had perfect 5G signal in the middle of nowhere. I don't even get how that works.
Hey, Mark, Doc wants to know, are you part of a heat wave we're tracking here?
That's what it looks like on the weather map.
Man, it's hot today.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard, tell me if this is true. Is it fucking snowing there?
No, they're predicting it could be tomorrow.
How is that possible?
Well, water droplets get pulled up into the clouds.
I'm starting to believe all these...
and then they...
the liberals
crystallize
with,
with the temperature drop.
Oh, it looks like it's just going to
and they get heavy, and then they drop.
I understand how snow works, but...
Are you listening, Shannon?
It's just rain in Denver.
It's more of the weather pattern I'm concerned about here.
Fuck, Jeremy's been waiting a long... No, Mark has...
Mark has been waiting a long time.
Ah, damn it. I got to go to Mark. I'm going to blame somebody for it. I'm going to Bidenize it.
It's my fault, Tom.
Bidenification, or it's not vindication, Bidenification.
Man, did you see Target dropped like 25%? Walmart got hit about 20 in 2 days.
I know, we shorted both of those.
It's fucking nutty, buddy.
I have never done better than in this market. I'm serious. I don't know.
I'm in such a hold pattern. I'm afraid to sell. I'm afraid to buy. I'm just ain't doing shit. I do need to get back into actual day trading, though.
Oh, you don't do it anymore?
No, I've been in a buy and hold pattern for a solid year.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's trading, at least.
No, it's sitting.
But, okay, you're right. It's not like you get in there and manipulate it daily. But at least you're not taking a hit then.
No, you don't. That's kind of funny. You don't take one either way. I'll tell you the other thing that's amazing. What was Bitcoin? I mean, I haven't looked at it in the last few days, but it was down around 26 again, or 27 or something low. And then some other one that was supposed to be the staple tied to the dollar went to zero.
Bitcoin today is 30,000. I just looked it up.
30.
Did you ever buy any of that shit? You always talk about it around 30.
No, I didn't.
I'm terrified of it.
You know what? The one thing I'm sorry about is my oil and gas. Not because I am making money, and I've never not made money on it, and it's more than most investments, but I don't know how to get out of it because it's hard to explain, but you buy packages of wells and
you got to figure out where each one is.
I don't know. Well, I don't know my basis. So, for example, if I sell out for what I'm being offered right now on each one, at the end, will I have what I purchased, or will it be way lower? Because I don't know if that one well property of 5 acres in this other big package was mostly my basis, and the others were just thrown in for shit. Or
can you break? Do you have to sell them in the same chunks you bought them? Or
no.
You can pull out certain wells.
Right, but I don't know what. See, that's the problem. When you don't know what you have, it's weird because you don't know what you have.
It's like you own a bunch of apartments in different complexes around the country.
That's exactly a good analogy. And so I don't know if I'm taking a hit or not when I sell it. And I know that every few months I'll get a letter that another well opened up.
Hang on, guys. Hang on, you are up.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. You know, I really apologize for Mark. He's been waiting a long time. Mark, let's talk about, and I didn't forget about Jeremy, so hold on. But I do want to go to Mark on this diminished value quickly. Go ahead. What's going on with you, Mark?
We lost Mark.
Ah, damn it. And I really wanted to help him because it was a diminished value thing, and he waited a long time, and I overlooked it. So let me talk to Mark if he's listening. I'll take your call immediately. You can call 303 right now, Martino, 303-627-8466, or
give them the basics of
our regular line, 303-713-TALK. What, Mark?
Give them the basics of diminished value.
Okay, well, when you buy a car, and certain cars suffer diminished value, meaning when they're fixed, even though they're fixed 100%, you may have a less market value when you go to trade or sell. It's hard to calculate that if you're not an expert and evaluate it. But we have an expert that does that, and he does it free for the initial blush to give you an idea. And if you want him to fight for you, it's like anywhere from $350 to $500. I forget what the individual, but it's really not more than $500 at the highest.
Yeah, it's like it's $400 or $500, and if the only time you can go after diminished value for the most part is if someone hits you. You can't go after your own insurance company for diminished value, which I find odd, but that's the
Well, Mark, you know, it's a matter of contract. When you buy insurance, you agree not to go after your own insurance for it. And then some states have actually outlawed diminished value. They have outlawed it. They say you're not allowed to sue for it. But here's the deal. It's a real thing. Because if you go on Carfax and you're buying a Mercedes and you see it's been in a major wreck, you're going to not want to pay as much as one that hasn't been in one. That's just plain. That's just plain truth. Jeremy, your turn. Jeremy, let's talk about Service Pros. Did we start? No, we didn't start that, did we? Jeremy, Oh, yeah. Yes, we did. Now, this deck, to replace, would you say it's 30% done, 40%, 50%? What would you say?
I'd say it's about 60% done.
Okay. How is the quality?
Well, the framework got left up over the winter time, and we got a lot of warped boards on level.
Okay, does he have to replace a lot of stuff?
He did say that he's going to go touch every joist and get everything level and plane out the ones that are not level, but he did mention that if anything had to be replaced, he would have to do that on his dime.
On his, he'll pay for it, in other words.
Yes, because we've already paid for the material.
Okay. When was the last time you talked to him?
Monday.
Okay, so, and he gave you the indication, it's not like, screw you, I'm gone, that he's working on it.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is do a friendly phone call. We didn't put his number out because he's not a ripoff. The guy's working. What do you, Mark asked this, what do you think the problem is?
I think the problem is he's basically working either by himself or with, one or two guys that he's just called. Seems like he's called a guy basically out of unemployment that he just knows to come help do this deck.
Okay.
I have not seen him physically working on my deck. It's been this other guy.
Okay.
But the quality, you hire a contractor to do a $70,000 kitchen, a $30,000 deck, you expect quality. And it's not there. And it's because it's not.
Wait. What's not there? What? And when you say quality, what's not?
The quality. The quality.
Like what? Give me an example of quality. What are you defining?
Well, the framework. I had to point out one of the posts that got set. One of the 6x6 posts that got set was set.
It was
on
twisted.
A paver.
It was twisted, right?
It was set on a paver. I had a paver down underneath the patio. It wasn't even on a caisson. So I had to bring that up.
Well,
so
hold on. Did he think you wouldn't notice that, or did he think that was adequate?
I have no idea.
All right, listen.
I don't think he had anything to do with the framing part of it. That's the problem. He hasn't been out there.
Look, we're going to call him and just light a fire, basically. Say, look, man, a lot of people are having issues. What is your issue? And this guy needs to be helped. I mean, that's what we're going to do. Deputy Doc, I'm going to put you on it.
I got it.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah, we're going to be going on a year now without being able to use our backyard.
That's crazy for a deck, a year. That is crazy.
Yeah, but Mark, I think we're going to find in this case, it's a matter of management of time and resources and people. I don't think, in other words, it doesn't feel to me like a major ripoff here.
No, I don't think the guy's a scumbag, but I think he's in over his head, and he needs to finish the old jobs before he takes on 100 new jobs.
But Mark, the one that
That's
really...
exactly where we're at. He needs to make our job a priority before he took on all this other work and put us off.
The one that really pisses me off...
like we're being put on the back burner.
The one that really pisses me off is Raul Jorge Amazola. And that's not your problem, but we're going to work on yours. This Jorge, man, God almighty, what he did. He takes money and he doesn't finish. And then he took $1,800 and didn't do anything. He stopped showing up completely. Now, that's not a world of money, okay, but it shows you a trend. Plus, people have been sending us stuff about Jorge the scumbag. And I've left messages on his phone, and I encourage you people to leave messages that you've heard about him. You're going to spread it around. You're not going to let him get work because we can't have people being ripped off. Now, if Raul Jorge Amazola wants to come on the air, let's do it. I'll let you have, say whatever you want, obviously, within FCC bounds. He used to be ABR Construction on Facebook and then changed his name to Beltran. And his number is 720-646-9422. We have been very successful getting the Martino Marauders on the job. So please do your thing. No, don't be vulgar. Don't threaten. Tell him that you've heard about him and you're going to spread it around, and he's a thief. 720-646-9422.
Down.
You're a mind reader. I love it. Yes, sir.
Oh, just tell Kelly to email me Jeremy's.
Oh, we need Jeremy's info.
By Audible.
We need Jeremy's info.
Heard of an accident right around Lincoln and I-25. It looks like it's at the bottom of the exit ramp from I-25 southbound onto Lincoln Avenue. So watch for some slow traffic there. Now, the rest of your drive down to the south looking good. No problems on C-470 or 225. Up on the north end, things look good as well. No problems on the
Shannon,
Boulder
make
Turnpike
sure,
or I-25 through the
Kelly gives Deputy Doc the info.
Did you see this?
Yeah, well, hey, everybody hang on a sec. 30 away till the 3 lights.
Got it.
Snow, high temperatures only in the 40s. Currently, it's 85. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
This spring, let Audible bring a smile with comedy, sci-fi, thrillers, or whatever you love listening to. From audiobooks,
Here you go, threesome.
podcasts, find it all on Audible. Sign up and start free at audible.com.
I'll tell you a company I know and trust, a company that'll take care of you for $39 on your AC, or they'll do it in the winter for your furnace. And what they do for $39 is unbelievable. For new customers, they want to introduce you to Fix-It 24/7. For $39, they do an extreme clean of your furnace, an adjustment, and they also do checking of valves and everything you need to make sure you are not going to break down. They give you a 100% no breakdown guarantee for your AC, just $39. You'll see it. You won't believe it, how they do it for $39. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. Okay, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank is the man. I mean, when it comes to real estate, you don't do better than Frank. That's just a fact. Frank will also do a free market valuation or an analysis of your home to tell you what it will sell for in this market, which is incredible because he's basing it on 27 years of experience. You don't know until you sell a home, and he sells more, and so he is a source of solid information. Call him for your free market analysis. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Every retirement plan needs someone to look it over to make sure things are grooving together and meshing. But by the way, unless you're qualified, you need someone. Now, I know a lot, but I know that Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies knows more. That's why I go to them, and I want them to coordinate all of my coverage. I want them to tell me what I need and what I don't need, and where my money is making money and where it's not. And they guide you and become your source and your quarterback. Go meet with them as much as you want to be comfortable. They're not going to charge you. rpcenter.com, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211.
Thank you.
Now, why are people... Hold on.
Tom, listen to me. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Read your text and make sure you understand.
But why? Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. Don't say anything on this either.
All right. Now, listen, that's serious.
Yeah, I know. Its proper channels are involved.
Have we called the police?
Working through Spence on stuff.
Because that's a threat. I mean, that's something...
Yeah, we're working with Tim. We're good.
Yeah. Let's not give it any publicity, though.
See the text?
What text?
Oh, the one he said he just sent you.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah, man.
Question.
Hit me.
If I got to leave my old setup, which is basically, what's it called, Lucy Light,
Yep.
on a laptop with a headset, would he be able to connect for a while, or all the connections generally taken at this point?
We are definitely running out of access units.
Okay.
Number 2 is traffic. 1 is Rockies if they're doing anything. 4 is in the shop or something. And so we're down to 4 units that are now with you guys doing 2, all spoken for. We could try to work with the station on getting him that other thing called Switchblade, which is a different product that he could have on his laptop and connect that way. So that is a Tim thing working out with Irby. You know what I mean?
And I assume it does not use a piece of hardware on your side.
It does, but there are 15 of those as opposed to 4 accesses.
It's a different kind of IP packaging. I get it.
Exactly. And it is mostly app-based.
Is it it's more or less just for like a guest to come in, I would assume?
Yeah, like on...
it's not like true broadcast quality during a football game.
Hey, it can be good. Just like this stuff can be, Lucy, can be good.
Hey, Shannon, am I sounding loopy?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not any more than usual.
See, that's how I didn't know how to say it. That's it. That's the way. No, it's fine. I mean,
I could read Shannon's thoughts.
Yeah, I was going to say if you know what day it is by now, you're fine.
Hey, Tom.
Tom knows.
Hold on. Yeah, Mark.
Tom.
Mark.
Who's the president?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In
Trump.
fact, I got a new expression. Lincoln. I'm Bidenizing it. I'm Bidenizing.
That's fantastic.
He's sitting next to Doxy. You might think Lincoln's still in office. Ah. Hey, Shannon, in your time, how often has that ever happened before?
Oh, maybe once every 3 years, 4 years.
That makes sense.
Stand by, guys. Coming back.
Paint from May 17th through the 31st. Visit your nearest Gyrie's location and start the season with a beautiful new...
Yeah, but you can't take any chances. You are up.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Gutter helmet is a good thing to have, I'm telling you that, because I've actually seen it in action. GutterHelmetDenver.com. And don't forget your garage floors. Garage Magic. What is that? It's a coating that goes on and has a lifetime guarantee. You've seen them. They're beautiful. They used to call them epoxy, but they're actually polyaspartic or whatever the hell they call it. What is it called again? Anyway, GarageMagic.com is the place to get it. Now, don't turn off the mic, Shannon. I'm not out of control. Garage Magic, 760-600-HOME. Good prices, lifetime warranty. All employees trained, insured, 720-600-HOME. Okay, so let's talk about this. And if we're going to do anything about it, did you call? Did I give this to you to call Deputy Doc on Jeremy?
I'm waiting for the information from
Okay, on Jeremy, because they did the kitchen, Mark. Okay, the 16-week time period is almost a year. And he said they completed it in December. They were supposed to be 16 weeks. So July to December is 6 months, or so whatever. The deck they started on, 12 by 60, and he paid 26 so far, and it's about 60% done, and some of it has to be redone. Jeremy, another quick question. How's the kitchen?
Yes.
I never did ask you. The kitchen, how is it?
So the kitchen's pretty nice. The quality of craftsmanship was definitely lacking.
But you're satisfied with it?
It is okay, yes.
Well, you would never... Okay, let's say there was no timing problem, okay, at all. Let's just put that out. And no pricing problem, nothing like that. Would you, as just looking at the work, ever recommend him to anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No, he had a tile worker do our backsplash that had only done tile for like three days. Okay. And when I went to go put on all the outlet covers, it showed.
All right, so we're coming up to the end of this hour.
Fit and finish is just not there.
We haven't. Thank you, Jeremy. We're going to have Deputy Doc on it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're here taking calls, or 303-MARTINO. You can call that 24/7. And Mark is out and about around the country. Compliments of CentryRV.com. Stay tuned.
Down.
Hey, Tom, what was that? Oh, I remember. Scarlet.
What's that?
That red box we used to connect. I think they
What's
were
that called?
Scarlets.
Wait. Don't we still have them somewhere?
Yeah, I got 2 or 3 of them.
I mean, yeah, but they're all, we should put our equipment all in somewhere where we know it is in inventory so we can use it when we need it.
Well, I'm going to give, so Talib will be able to connect. I'll give him my Scarlet to use.
He'll have to use Lucy Light, though.
And, yeah, it's different, though. It's the new whatever. Yeah, that's right.
The new what?
Software.
Hey, and that
Shannon,
Scarlet,
hold on,
Scarlet isn't
Mark,
just an audio thing, is it?
Mark, is Lucy still working? I have so many frickin' licenses for that. They keep...
Lucy, they blocked most Lucy connections because of people breaking into the system.
Who did?
iHeart.
So we can't do it?
If you ask Shannon or Tim and tell them you're going to be using Scarlet, they will have Dominic or Mike Derby or Irby, I'm sorry, actually unblock that port.
Hey, Shannon.
Yes, sir.
I forgot. Does that Scarlet, does that connect by phone or by a handshake?
The only Scarlet I know is an audio input, not a connection device.
No, that's all it's used for. So, Shannon, that
I understand.
allows us to
Okay, then I'm asking about Lucy. So when we put Lucy through Scarlet, it's a handshake through IP stuff. It's not a phone.
Yeah, so
right.
Scarlet is nothing.
So,
it's a
okay,
fucking
so
sound
it
card.
connects just like this remote access does, right?
Sort of.
No. Scarlet is a sound card that allows a nice headset to be plugged in.
No, I understand that, Mark, but I'm saying the Lucy Light that we use along with it, it connects to one of these accesses.
Yeah, Lucy Light
Not
connects
to an,
the
yeah,
hardware
to
in
the access
studio.
back here, correct.
Is the access basically the same as the as this one?
A rack mount unit, yeah.
Okay. But is it just for, is that unit used for just Lucy type things or anything IP connected?
Anything IP, yeah, anything with that codec, yeah.
So what does really Lucy Light do that we couldn't do
we
by
have a
just...
piece of equipment.
Well, it just connects at the lowest possible baud rate.
I'm just wondering, I'm just wondering...
Instead of hardware.
But Mark, I was just wondering, if we got on, our browser, we can do a handshake with the IP that Lucy uses and not use Lucy. It'll connect your computer, and then everything can go. I mean, it really does.
No, you have to. No, because to get technical, Lucy Light is the software, and they actually license the codecs that are used to connect to the hardware at the studio.
Right.
We don't have licenses to those codecs, so the only way we're going to connect without spending a shitload of money would be to use Lucy Light software-wise or the boxes we bought.
Oh, the boxes are the best, of course.
Yeah, they have all those codecs built in.
The thing that scares me about buying hardware is when they stop supporting it, that's all.
Well, the thing about having the Comrex is we're going to keep buying Comrex. And so when you call in with those boxes, it knows right away it's another Comrex, and they get along great.
Yeah.
When I did a firmware update when I bought this, Shannon said check it, and it took one. It had another one not even a week ago that added another fucking codec.
So Mark and I are going to share that, or quite possibly buy a second unit, because we really are going to be traveling.
See, if you had a home studio, you wouldn't even have to spend this amount of money. You can buy a rack-mounted unit that does the same thing as this, but it's a hell of a lot bigger, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi and shit. But it's the same shit.
How much?
Probably $2,000.
Really?
Yeah, but that would be for a fixed. You couldn't take it on the road.
Hold on now. I could take it to my mother-in-law's house?
Yes.
I could take it here? So what is not portable about it, Mark?
Well, this one is the size. Well, you saw it. This one's tiny.
So it's not like, I know what you mean. But
it's rack mount.
But technically,
it's a
Mark,
normal rack mount.
But Mark, technically, if I'm spending 4 months somewhere or 4 months somewhere else, I can move it.
Oh, easily.
Well, I'm wondering.
Easily.
Okay, I mean, is it, I'll look it up. Is it an awkward interface? I mean...
No, because you use the PC to interface. It doesn't have a touch screen. It has every capability this does, but it doesn't have a touch screen, and it would use your computer's Wi-Fi and your computer as the way to talk to it. It's just rack mount. It's like our tie line. Our tie line that sits in iHeart cost me $4,000 or $5,000, but remember, that's 7 years ago, and you can buy one of those now for about $2,000. It does everything this does.
But Mark, we have, I'm looking at, okay, I see. So we put in that line, right?
Yeah, the tie line, when we send other radio stations, we literally own that equipment. You could buy one of those. It's actually called tie line, T-I-E-L-I-N-E.
Tie line?
Tie as in you wear a tie.
Oh, tie line. Okay. And the tie line we bought has the capability of, what software does it use? Or is it like a Comrex here, it's all built in?
It's the same shit, man. It's nothing. All it does is send packets via codecs. And
Mark, they have an IP.
It squeezes the shit and uncompresses it.
I mean, I'm looking at some of these units from tie line. Are they stable?
My God, we connect to KRDO every single day for the past 7 years.
Mark, do you remember the model number?
I don't.
Okay,
because there's a name actually. It's a tie line. If you told me the name of it, I'd know it.
Tie line, because
but it's 7 years old. They probably don't sell it anymore.
Mark, there's a lot of tie line equipment for sale for the tie line codecs, and it says that it's one of the highest.
So there's one. Listen to this, man. If we were going out to 50 stations, there's a tie line you can buy that'll rebroadcast and connect up to maybe 100 different stations. They used to have to use satellites for this shit. Now you do it right over fiber.
Wow. Tie line, by the way, it's rated quite high.
Yeah, it's the real deal. It's an Australian company. When I call them up, I haven't had to do it forever, but when you call them up for tech support, you got to call them like at 3 a.m.
Oh my God! This one.
Hey Shannon, what is Ken use to connect? Is it Ken?
He's doing Lucy right now.
God, he's really doing Lucy. I've let KR. He does a show on KRDO as well, and I let him use our tie line on the weekends.
Mark, there's an IP codec machine here. It says tie line report it. Enterprise 10. Listen, it turns your phone. I mean, I don't know the quality. It goes to your cell phone, and it gives you an interface, and it just.
Hey guys, here we go.
That's worth.
Surprised by the way the quality of those phone things.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Oh, welcome to the show. And I urge you, if you're in pain, inflammation, Real CBD, and that's from Panacea Life. The website's realcbdthatworks.com. That's it. That's how easy it is. realcbdthatworks.com. Put Tom in the promo code, get 30% off. Let's keep going.
Seed to sale.
What's that?
Seed to sale. That's what I love about those guys.
I know. And it really is seed to sale. Okay. I'm so hyped about it because it's great for travel. It really is. And, okay, let's go to the phones. And we took Jeremy. We're working on Jeremy right now, right, Deputy Doc?
As soon as Kelly gives me...
Yeah, Kelly, did you give him the number? He's well, and the other thing, like I said, this sounds like minor adjustment here. Now, let's talk to Bennett. What's on your mind? And anyone else, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We would love to help you. Go ahead, Bennett.
Hey, Tom. I called you a couple of weeks ago about my neuropathy.
Yes, your neuropathy, yes.
And I was very surprised. Marty called me, and he recommended a doctor here in Denver but he's 5 months out. So, like Mark says...
Oh, my God, wait a minute. He's 5 months out?
Yes. And like Mark says, I'm about ready to pull my teeth out. Then I saw the ad on TV about Front Range Medical Center, and I'm getting treatments from them.
You know what? I wondered about him, so I'm glad we're going to have some first-hand data. Now, is this Dr. Dean Anderson? He's a chiropractor.
That is correct.
Okay, and he's doing treatment for neuropathy in what fashion?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 treatments at home, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
What is the treatment?
The first treatment is I put my feet into a pan separated by, the cover, and it's like an electrical impulse.
Now, do you bring this device home or buy it from him?
No, it's brought home. I already had to purchase it.
Okay, and how much did it cost?
Well, Tom, they don't pay the insurance, so the whole thing is costing me right around $8,000.
Okay.
Oh my God, Bennett!
Just wait a minute. I have an open mind, but what I need to know, Bennett, really and truly, how much is that unit that you put your feet in?
That, Tom, I can't tell you because I have 2 units. After I get done with the impulses in the water, then I have a unit that goes behind my calf and on my foot, and it provides heat for 30 minutes.
So you do each calf, or do you have 2 of them?
No, I do each calf for 30 minutes.
All right. Now, so
Bennett, is it working?
Hold on, Mark. I want to ask him some questions first. So the $8,000 got you the foot bath and the calf and foot warmer, right?
That is correct.
Okay, and what else did he get you hardware-wise?
That is it. Now, I do those twice a day for 6 days.
Got it.
And on the 7th day, I go into the office, and then they hook up things to my hands and my feet.
Yes.
And they'd also do the impulses.
Now, is the FDA, is it approved device FDA-wise? There's 2 approvals. First approval is grass, generally recognized as safe, and when everyone says we have FDA approval, they don't understand the approval. FDA approval comes in 2 flavors. One is for efficacy, and one is for safety. And you know that, right, Deputy Doc? Mm-hmm. So they always use the grass, the generally recognized as safe, as a badge of honor when it should be the efficacy. They actually say this has been known to work on this. So do you know, what's the name of the foot bath?
You know, Tom, I'd have to go in and look.
And what do you put, what solution do you put in it? What is the solution made of?
The solution is called electrolyte.
Electrolytes, okay. And then what? It's supposed to be absorbed by your feet?
That is correct.
I'm not putting this down, by the way, just for people listening. I, honest to God, wanted to see what they do at that clinic, because they advertise a lot, and I wanted to know if they're effective, because we're always looking for good people. We really are. I don't go out looking for bad people. I go out looking for good people, and the bad people just automatically, they just drop off. So I want to hear, do you feel, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, Tom, it's only been 2 weeks at home. And
I just want to know, 2 full weeks of the foot baths and the warmers, right?
That is correct.
Are you getting any relief?
Right now, no. I've only done 1 office visit, and I have 11 more scheduled.
Okay.
And at the 6th...
Is that part of the $8,000?
That is part of it.
Okay. So how many visits do you get for the $8,000 in addition to the hardware?
I have a total of 12. Now, I've only done 1. And like I said, it's only once a week. Now, I do the 2 treatments a whole. 6 days in a row.
Got it.
Then I go in.
Does he do any chiropractic adjustments?
No.
Jeez. Okay.
What he hooks up is things to my feet, top and bottom to my hands, and they do like a electrical impulse.
Do you feel it?
Oh, yes, I do feel it.
Okay. And so you've been doing that in the office, then plus the take-home stuff, and it's a grand package for $8,000.
I guess I'm missing this part. What is it supposed to do? So if I touch my tongue to a 9-volt, I get a little buzz, but what does that do? I guess I don't get how that helps neuropathy.
Well, guys, I'm guessing because he's my last hope. I don't know what else.
No, he's not. Did you go to Colorado Pain Care?
I called them, and what they told me, because I was taking chemo for my cancer,
His
they
chemo
could not help
causes this. It's not from diabetes or anything.
I know. I just want to ask, though, what did Colorado Pain Care? I mean, I talk about them every day. What did they tell you?
They told me because I was taking chemo for my cancer treatment, they could not help me.
Okay, until you're off chemo?
Correct.
And are you off chemo?
No, I'm not. And the thing of it
and
is,
this guy sold him a foot bath for $8,000.
Well, Mark, it's a foot bath and it's a calf warmer and visits, 12 visits. Listen to me, okay? I'm not going to throw stones. Listen, it does to me sound weird, but I don't want to throw stones at Dean Anderson if it's working. And if it does work, and if he has satisfied
Let's reach out to
customers.
him.
Huh?
You know what? He advertises enough. Let's reach out to him and have him on, and let's ask him real questions. In fact, maybe we should have Smarty Marty ask him some questions. He's a chiropractor or a retired one, and maybe Doc ask him some questions, and you ask him some questions. I'd like to know how it works.
I know that foot baths in general have been used by a lot of quacks. I'm not saying he's a quack, but it has been used, and it's been like crazy stuff that's supposed to happen that comes out of your feet and all that. I'm not tying
$49 at Walgreens.
So I want someone, is Sue's going to reach out, or Kelly, I want someone to reach out to Dr. Dean. I'm serious. I do, and I want to make this very clear. It's an informational, honest to God, an informational appearance. Because I don't go after people just to go after them. I want to hear what they have. And my goal is to find good people. I've said that before.
And honestly, if it actually works, it'll be the best thing he ever did.
Yeah, of course. Does he talk to you a lot? Do you like the environment and the care?
Do you deal with Dr. Dean?
yes, I do so far. And he also told me it may take 6 treatments in his office till I can find some relief.
But that's included in that, right?
Yes, that's all included.
What did he say happens after the $8,000 package?
Actually, he said at the 6th or 6th treatment, they would go ahead and infrared my hands and my feet to see if it revived the nerves.
Why do they wait?
Tom, I have no idea.
Well, why don't you ask questions, Bennett?
Because he's desperate, man. He's willing to do anything to get rid of this pain. But
hey, look at me, man. Okay.
I know. What scares me though is Colorado Pain Care said, "Hey, listen, until you're done with the chemo, there's nothing anybody can do."
Well, they won't. They said they won't do it.
Yeah,
now,
right.
Now,
fair enough.
Here are some things that really have worked for neuropathy. Okay, nutrition, chiropractic, acupuncture.
But Tom,
hold on.
Aren't there different kinds
Acupuncture.
of neuropathy? When it's caused by something like chemo, that's got to be different than if a diabetic who eats 15 bags of potato chips a day and 17 Cokes, that's a different thing, isn't it?
Doc, can you tell me why chemo would cause neuropathy? Do you know?
Not offhand.
Okay.
Well, Tom, you talked about having what the hell was it, the injections, and they said they will not do anything as long as I'm taking chemo treatments.
Well, okay. And by the way, trigger point injections may not be right for neuropathy. I mean, it might not.
Yeah. And the point of it is, Tom, right now, I'm willing to spend every dime.
Yeah, but don't, okay? I know you're willing. Check with us first.
Let's have Smarty Marty call this guy up, Dr. Dean, and see if we can't get an interview lined up.
Listen to this from the American Cancer Society. Some chemotherapy drugs and other treatments for cancer cause or can cause peripheral neuropathy, and it's caused by damage to the nerves. And it talks all about, what can you do? And what I'm reading is, while under treatment, the best you can do is treat the symptoms.
Yep.
So it's not going to go away till after. How long are you going to be on these chemos?
Tom, that's a question I'm not sure about. But the problem is with the chemo, I feel good. I have no pain. I feel wonderful.
Yeah, but it is, I'll bet you it's called chemo-induced peripheral neuropathy. It's a thing, CIPN.
That's what I was told.
Did you ask
Bennett,
did you ask your oncologist about it?
Yes, I did.
And?
They're saying that this chemo will wear off, but they're not sure how long it'll take to wear
but
off.
did you ask them if there's anything you could do for the symptoms?
Yes, I did, and they recommended going in for acupuncture.
Uh-huh. Is this an MD? Is this an MD that mentioned it?
Yes.
Okay. And did you try acupuncture?
I tried 2 places they recommended.
Yes.
And again, they're saying because you have chemo, we will not give you acupuncture.
Okay.
Got it.
So, Tom, I'm, like Mark says, I'm ready to pull my teeth out.
I understand, man. What you're looking for, though, right now is symptomatic relief.
Right.
Because it's crazy to think you can stop it when chemo is causing it and you're still on chemo. I'd like to know this package
Bennett,
from Dean Anderson for
tried,
$8,000. What happens if it doesn't work? I want to know what he's going to do if it doesn't work.
Bennett, have you tried, and I'm not kidding, any kind of marijuana? And I don't mean CBD. I mean, if you smoked a joint
By the
or
way,
taken an edible.
Mark, and you say you don't mean CBD. Let me just tell you something. There's no evidence that THC adds pain relief to any. It really,
no, but it gives you a euphoria.
CBD is the one that relieves the pain, and THC does do euphoria. You're right. You're right. But it does. Okay, so it will help you, I guess. It does help people who are on chemo. You ought to try it. Listen, I'm way over time, by the way. So hold on, and we'll come back. We love you, Bennett, and want to help you any way we can.
God, yes, man.
All right? 303-713-TALK.
Let's get this guy in.
Nice. You're down.
Oh, my God in heaven.
Why is that not playing?
Okay, what's your name, sir?
That's funny.
Drywall.
Repipe specialist
Tell Mark I'm
repiped
going to get
and
right
offered
to
to fix
him.
the holes
Is that
in your
the one
walls.
waiting forever?
Leaks, repipe
Right.
That we lost.
All right.
days. And to fix the drywall, call
10 away, Frank and M&M.
in-home estimate and pay nothing down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 303-228-2910 or visit repipe.com.
All right. If you're looking for coatings for your garage floor, GarageKings.com, polyaspartic coatings, lifetime warranty on materials and labor, no money down, fast, free estimates, guaranteed lowest price and best material, serving Pueblo to Fort Collins, veteran owned and operated, military discounts, both commercial and residential. GarageKings.com, 720-252-0370. So, if you're looking for the best service ever, selling a home or buying a home, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank is a personal friend of mine. I have never seen or been around a better person in my life. And I depend on him when it's real estate related, and he has delivered every time. He'll show you the stats. And when you meet him and greet him, you will love him. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. That's all I have to say. I mean, you will use him if you're smart. It's 303-920-1622.
Thank you.
I'm here.
What do you need? My garbage disposal is starting to smell. I think it's Deputy Doc.
Suzanne burned the hell out of our brats. Just saying.
Brat? Her brat is burned?
Our brats.
Garage.
They were good too, man. They were Kroger, Deli brats, not the cheap ones. These were the good brats. These things were like tomahawk steak of brats. Toasted.
Frank Duran, the real estate man.
You should go take a picture of the brats you cooked and show them. I'll share it. Holy shit.
We should have a rule against wiener picks.
Oh my God. You should. You wouldn't even be able to tell they were wiener picks. They look like toothpicks. Once you take all the moisture out of a fucking brat, there ain't much left.
Oh. God almighty, Deputy Doc.
What is he saying?
He's in the other room, and he's fucking drowning me out here. God, he talks so fucking loud.
Who?
Deputy Doc.
That's because he can't hear. Actually, Doc's hearing is unbelievable. Can you believe that hair is actually natural?
Sure.
It's incredible.
Yeah, sure.
He's got a fuller head of hair than both of us put together.
No, that's all natural. His color?
Nah, it's naturally that color.
Yeah. No dye, no treatments. I know the scam. Mine's natural.
Mine's natural too. Yours is evidentially natural.
Yep.
You like that diction I just pulled out?
Well, yeah, I don't even know what the fucking word is.
What's the one Shannon loves? The word? Literally. No, not literally. The other one.
Irregardless?
Oh, which is no word, which they turned
Irregardless.
They turned it into a word.
Irregardlessly.
Yeah.
No, it actually is a word, though.
Hold on. I love when they say it's ironical.
No,
it's ironical.
No, it's ironic. You don't need the occult.
They changed it literally, too, to mean something that is theoretically or whatever.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you this, man.
Which
My
is so
first
good.
2 years of college, I did nothing but diction.
What?
Do I have time to fill up my water? Probably not.
I'm going, man.
Oof.
Trying to
Not
get
gonna
the
work.
in-house today was
I'll do it on the next
bullshit.
break.
Well, I didn't want to admit this, but one time I forgot like 3 hours of in-house, and I crammed them into the last break.
Let me ask you something, Mark.
Hang on, guys. Coming right to you.
Now, an iHeartRadio station.
You're up.
And dropped it.
You know, I hope you never go through divorce, but I'll tell you, you'll be well equipped if you go to Harris Family Law, because they do an education. They walk you through. It's called an early neutral assessment. They don't take your side. They just go through it, and Harris tells you what to expect. They also, of course, have collaborative law that not guarantees, but they get the other parties to agree not to file anything in court and to talk everything out. And they also do unbundled services. You can do as much or as little. You can have them handle one part of your divorce or all of it. They're just great people. Harris Family Law, 303-515-5000. And that's for sure. Now, let's talk. I wish contractors did unbundled services, you know, where you can pick and choose what you want them to do, and then you do the rest. Except I think it would create a nightmare, because they start, if it didn't look good, complaining, I guess, to the guy. I want to take, Mark is on my radar for the first, but because we just talked about neuropathy, Wally, you have a quick comment on that. Go ahead.
Yes, you know, where you can pick and choose
Go ahead,
what you
Wally.
want them to do, and then you do the rest, except I think.
All
Turn
right.
your radio down, bro.
We're taking a trip on this monitor. Okay, Wally, go ahead.
So I have neuropathy as a result of a back injury,
Yes.
and I'd never had it prior to the injury to my spinal cord. And I actually last fall went to another DC that advertises for the same exact thing. He wanted a little bit over $6,000 for it, and I talked to both my family doctor and surgeon that just did rotator cuff surgery about it, and who don't waste your money.
Well, You know what? I didn't want to say it, but I don't think a foot bath could ever help. And the warming of the calves and the feet or the far infrared light, it's all, I'm not going to call it a scam, but I don't know if it's effective or not. And I swear to God, we're going to watch this because he just spent $8,000 and we're going to watch it.
Smoke and mirrors.
But thank you, Wally. And we love Bennett. We're going to watch it. Now,
Remember
Mark had
back in
waited
the
for a
day-
long time before. Let's get him up. He has a question. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Tom, I've called you several times and you've been able to help me out. I don't know if you remember, but I called about my Nissan Maxima that was in an accident with the oxygen sensor. Do you remember that?
Well, I will as you get going. That's how I work. It'll come back to me, but it doesn't jump out at me right now. But Mark, how long ago was that call to me?
Oh, like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
I basically got into a car accident, and then my check engine light went off, and I was dealing with the oxygen sensor, and I thought it was due to the accident. But anyway, that's not what I'm calling about. I'm calling about the same accident, trying to get diminished value.
Yeah. But now, tell me about? It's really important that we know the car, because the car is going to be the strong thing right here. If you have just a run-of-the-mill car, it's not going to make much of a difference. So tell us about your car.
Well, it's not anything special. It's a 2016 Nissan Maxima.
You're not going to get anything for that.
No.
Okay.
He
Mark,
should be able to.
Mark, do you think?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you
10%.
Hold on a 2016 Maxima? Seriously, Mark, tell me why you think he might get diminished value.
Because if I'm shopping for a 2015 Nissan Maxima and there is one with 50,000 miles that has never been into an accident and has a perfect Carfax, it is worth more than the one that has been into an accident and does not have a perfect Carfax.
I agree with that, but I was told when you start getting into these cars, though, the difference is not that much, is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to, well, actually, I am trying to discourage you not to take too much time and energy, because I don't believe, but we can get our expert on, and he'll give you a free valuation, Mark.
Let's see if he'll come on and answer this guy's question.
Well, I've actually talked to Petty Details already.
What did they say?
So they told me that I probably have a case, and I talked to Jen Petty.
How much did they say?
Well, she didn't give me a number. She said you should just contact the insurance first and try to do a diminished value claim, which I did, and they called me yesterday, but they're telling me that this vehicle way back in 2016 was in a very minor accident, and they're telling me that they could make me an offer, but they need to know what that accident was exactly.
Well, what was it?
And it was on Carfax it just says it was a hit in the back, minor. It says a minor accident.
When did you buy it? After that?
I bought the car with 13,000 miles 1 year after that, so I bought it in 17.
And did they tell you at the time?
They just, the Carfax showed it, and they didn't.
So when you bought it, you knew it had minor damage?
Right. Yep, I did.
And did you pay less for it?
For a year-old car, I paid $27,000 in 2017.
But you just said it. That kind of kills your diminished value
that's exactly
someone
right.
already took it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling about, is should I even pursue this? Because the agent called me yesterday and said, if you can prove to us that it was a minor accident, then we can make you an offer on diminished value, because this last accident was much worse.
Okay,
well,
I'm surprised they're even
talking.
You know what? Who is this company of the other party?
It's State Farm, believe it or not.
I am shocked that they're communicating with you like this. How can we prove? Did it say, I don't know how to go into a Carfax and break down where it was taken for repair.
I don't think you
can. It doesn't have any of that information on there.
Well, somebody reported it. How do you find out who?
The insurance company.
What's that?
The insurance company is who reported it, not the body shop.
And it wasn't his insurance company, so.
Yep.
Oh, my
So I'm kind of in a bad situation here, because there's no way for me to find out what exactly happened. I don't know.
Jeremy, what is the whole car? Mark, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Jeremy's case here. Mark, what is the value of that car now under normal circumstances?
I think it's coming up around 24 in this market, which is crazy.
And how much did you pay for it?
I paid 27.
Okay. And then how much do you think it would be diminished? I think you're only talking about $3 or $4 grand total.
Squeeze them. Try to squeeze them for another $1,000 and be happy.
I mean, seriously, that when I said you're not going to get anything, I'm not. There's diminished value in everything that has a problem. Okay? I mean, obviously, with everything. But you can't, it's not necessarily worth going after because it's not a lot of money. That's what I meant. This is not a big claim. If it goes beyond $3 grand, I'd be shocked. $1 to $3 grand. I mean, that might be major
I'm
to you.
honestly not even, I don't even want $3 grand. I'd be happy with, like Mark said, 1,000. I'd be happy with 500.
Okay. Then then you're being reasonable. I would sue the other guy in small claims court for the diminished value, and I would simply go diminished value like Petty Details gives you, and I would even talk about the previous. I don't give a damn. I wouldn't talk about it. You know, I would, and then when they know what you want, you say something like $1,300 or sue the guy for $1,500. They'll make you an offer because they have to defend him, and but you have to go after him or her, whoever it was. That's what you have to do to get it started. And then what they'll do is see that and say, let's make this go away. Don't you think, Mark, that's what they'll do?
Hopefully.
Yeah. I think they will. Where does this guy, was it a guy or gal?
And say, I don't want a lot, and if you guys aren't going to do it, I'll just sue your insuree.
Well, you can do that too, but it's better to actually do it. Okay?
Okay.
I mean, now, we did, by the way, I think we do have a follow-up, but I don't think we have, who is it for? Jeremy's contractor from Deputy Doc, which is really good. So hold on, we're overtime, so as soon as we come back. Now, this thing with Jeremy, I'll sum up, but it had to do with the deck not being completed. More on that coming up. We're ready, Shannon. Take a break.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't hear it, so I guess you did it. We're off, right, Shannon?
Yes, sir. We're off everywhere.
I appreciate it. We're good, though, right?
Yeah, doing great.
We hire her to do our show. And she never...
God, I'm so confused today. Fuck, I'm so confused. Who's coming up? Is this is Frank?
Approval reverse.
Later, mostly cloudy this afternoon. We'll cool off to...
Sorry, I wasn't feeding the station. I'm waiting for the break here.
Hours with rain showers expected tomorrow morning for you.
Just the one spot, though. That'll save us some time.
The high in the mid-40s. It's 85 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double-stacked junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken.
10 away approval.
All fries and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. U.S. prices.
Here you go, man.
Yeah.
Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Okay.
Approval.
If you're looking for a reverse loan, you know that I recommend a few lenders. One of them is Approval Reverse, and I'll tell you why. They have a staff that is so kind and caring and will explain every detail to you about it and walk you through the process. AffordableInterestMortgage.com. Joan Sullivan and her team are really accommodating. You can meet with them on the phone, on the internet, or in person, or they'll come to you. 720-895-0500. Reverse loans are not for everyone, but they're becoming a very valuable tool to tap the income, or the equity of your home, for income without paying taxes. That's ApprovalReverse.com. 720-895-0500.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No. Some of my problem is in the switching of screens on my computer here when I have to go back and forth, because remember, I don't have their computer in front of me and then have a separate computer. Everything's on one. So tomorrow's my appointment.
You finally remembered that.
God almighty. I am so happy that I will...
Oh, you said it's on line 4?
Okay. Oh, good.
I called Terminex. I called Jeremy.
Did you guys order food today?
What's that?
Did you order food?
No, not today. I'll tell you.
We usually do it on Fridays, but he won't be here tomorrow.
Well, I'll be here maybe for some of it.
Oh, you will come in?
Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. He said about an hour and a half. I don't know. I'll see. I'm not going to rush. We have to test this theory anyway with Mark, or we're fucked. Right, Mark?
Hey, Doc, if you show up, I'll order whatever food you want to Tom's house. In fact, feel free to order extra for dinner in the weekend.
I got it. They'll just put it on my tab. I'll have Tom write me a check.
That's a good idea, too.
Does Golden Corral deliver?
Yeah, but they usually end up delivering like 12 times.
Oh.
Besides, the insurance money from the fall the other day is going to cover
How
it.
often do you actually eat at Golden Corral?
Right now, because I'm so busy, it's only maybe 3 times a month as opposed to every week.
Oh, okay.
I'm down.
Have you ever eaten in Golden Corral? I never
Those
have.
buffets really seem to get hit hard by COVID, man.
Well, yeah, all that stuff got closed.
You know, the only buffet that's worth it is that one Italian buffet, Conzetti's or something up by...
Cinzetti's.
What?
Nah, that's the Italian joint.
Yeah, that's the only one that really is worthwhile.
My kids like that one. We never been there.
Oh, what is it called? You're right.
Like
Some of my
Conzetti's or
grandparents
something?
Well, Cinzetti's up at like 104th.
Yeah.
That's it. It's Zenzetti's.
Yeah, that's a decent buffet.
You probably like that cheap Mexican place that South Park bought.
Oh my gosh, Casa Bonita. Are you kidding?
How can
Yeah.
you not?
Casa Bonita.
How can you not love it?
I love it.
Oh, no one likes it. Everybody
I
says
do.
it.
You,
Are you
you know,
kidding?
you gotta
Do you know how
love
many
it.
birthday parties I had to go to when the kids were little?
Oh, they love it.
Casa Bonita.
They love it.
I call it Casa.
Mama Casa.
What's a good venereal disease that rhymes with Casa?
Gonorrhea.
Casa Assa. I call it Casa Assa.
All right. You don't
It's
go
basically
for the food.
Taco Bell with a swimming pool.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Yeah, now let's see what happens, because Matt and Trey are not, they're spending a gazillion to make it nice.
Are they really?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if they improve the food, they'll go out of business. If they improve the talent, they'll go out of business.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot in there for sure.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
there's got to be horrible food, a horrible show.
They had just signed nearly $1 billion deal with Comedy Central a month before they bought the restaurant.
That should be the entire premise. It should be a show. It should be
Mexican-
buying Casa Bonita.
Hey,
Oh,
Mark,
yeah.
Mexican restaurants are the best. My friend's brother-in-law owned the Morrison Inn, and he said if you go to Mexican food, it's mostly cheap carbs, and they make a fortune on the alcohol.
There you go, guys.
For the food.
You are up.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, is the most accommodating real estate person you'll ever find. He'll take care of you. Just call him for a free market analysis of your home to see what it'll sell for in these conditions. I'm really curious right now because inventory's down, but believe it or not, it's not such a fever rush to buy. Frank will tell you what your house will sell for, and he knows based on, I'm telling you, he knows. He sells more than anybody, and singly, meaning under his name, and for more money. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. So we have a success story from James real quick here.
Okay, talk to James.
James, what's going on with you, man? James?
Hang on.
All right, I'll hang on here.
Got him.
We got him. James, what's happening, man?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
So I don't know what happened in the background, who talked to who, but I did get a call from Terminex today from the branch manager.
And the problem was,
And he said,
I remember the problem. And
They canceled him.
What's that?
They canceled him. He had him scheduled, and something went wrong, and he took
Well, yeah, and
days
he
off,
paid-
and they
well,
didn't
the
show
thing
up.
is-
It was a cluster.
He paid up front, and he was afraid he's going to get ripped. So, Deputy Doc called them. They were low on price. You paid $500 up front with a promise they would start soon. Okay, so what happened, Doc? You just called them?
I called them and told them what the problem was. So what happened? Yeah, what happened, James?
What happened, man?
They called me today. The branch manager called, Steve called, and said that he apologized and he's short-staffed and he's actually going to do the work himself. And he's out doing the technician work right now because of the short staffing. And that's why that happened. And he assured me that he will not reschedule me again and that he's going to hold to that date of next week that he gave me.
All right, so what are you waiting for, Shannon? You got to pull out my dinger and give it to Deputy Doc. Oh, my
so
God,
thank you for that.
That's so anemic, I can't.
I thought
Hey,
we had special music for Doc.
Hey, I also got in touch with Jeremy and his contractor.
Oh, Jeremy and his contractor, man. That's a big one.
So I got them on the line.
So Jeremy had, he did the kitchen, but didn't really start the deck and was paid like 26 grand on that.
Right. Anyway, so I spoke to both of them, and Jeremy just called me back. Stephen Helzer called him, and he is on his way to speak to him this afternoon. Jeremy is going to get back to me and let me know if what the conversation is like, but he agreed to meet with Stephen at his house this afternoon.
So that's good to know. 303-7.
You had special music.
What's that? Does Doc have a theme song?
Yeah, doesn't Doc have special music?
Yeah.
Well, Batman? What one do you want? Why that? I don't get that.
Because he's free falling.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Oh, that's mean. 303-713-8255. Seriously now, thank you. Robert, question on ACs. Go ahead, Robert. What's going on in your life?
Hey, Tom. I have a quote for a 13, 14, or 16 SEER air conditioner replacement, and was wondering, should I go with a 13, 14, or 16?
Well, we got to talk about your house. What do you have in there now?
It's an old, probably 15, 20 years old, original, and it costs more to fix it than, and I figured.
What? How many SEER is it?
Right now, they can't even pull a SEER number off it, so I suspect it's 11, 12.
Okay, and how good is your insulation? Like, in other words, you shouldn't spend money on a sieve. You just run the hell out of one that's not as expensive. So is this a lifelong house, fixing up, selling it? Tell me about your house. what size?
It's about 1,800 square feet, one level, and I'm going to with my kids.
And you understand that the SEER is not how much it cools, right?
Right, that's the energy efficiency.
That's why I'm saying, so you just have to pick and you got to make sure it has enough ton, too. The tons is what cools, right? The ton rating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I imagine they're not going to want to sell you, they're going to sell you the right tonnage. Everyone does, unless they're trying to get out cheap. But what company is it?
It's a contract. It's through Lowe's or Home Depot.
Oh, well, that doesn't always bode well. Do you know who it is?
Right. No, I think it was ARS or something like that.
I don't like those guys. I'll be straight up.
Okay, but all I know is this. Let's make sure the first thing is
ARS.
Take your square footage, put it into the internet, and get a ton rating. Now, after you talk about tonnage, how long are you going to be in the house?
Oh, we'll keep it forever.
And okay, is it insulated well?
It's about a 1980 house, 85 or so.
Okay. How 2x4 walls?
So it's 2x4, yes.
The windows don't leak. They feel good.
No, the windows have been replaced once or twice.
Once
so
or twice.
Vinyl, well insulated.
Okay. The house is tight, is what you're saying. It doesn't take a lot to heat it. Is that right?
Correct.
It's energy efficient, So then I would go with the higher SEER rating and complement it. If you had a leaky sieve, I would not do a high efficiency. It does you no good. You just do more tonnage, but on a cheap one.
Right.
But right now, make sure you have the right tonnage. After that, get the lowest SEER rating. You don't care because your house, the highest SEER rating because your house, and I don't mean the highest, but that one, that 16 is probably better for you because the house is snug. But and I know people may not understand my reasoning, but really with an older house that you're not going to insulate and it really leaks like a sieve, you're wasting money with a high SEER rating. You don't need it. It's better to go with a cheap furnace and more tonnage and blow the hell out of it than doing it, tight and efficient. And, especially if you're not keeping it a long time.
Is 3,700.
Break.
14 is 42, and 16 is like almost $8,000.
You're getting a good price. Is that fully installed?
Yeah.
Mark, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's a good price.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So just let us know how
Are
it
you
goes.
getting a variable fan?
They just sent the quote over, so I asked for the details to see if it was a dual stage and all the different components.
Dual stage is an old term. You want variable speed. And
Here's why variable makes all the difference in the world. Our AC unit, or our furnace for that matter, can kick on. We don't even hear it when it's running like at 10 or 15%. It is so quiet, it's crazy.
Let me ask you something. Do you have the basement and then the 2 floors?
I know what he's going to say. Attic fan.
No, you whole house fan for sure.
Yeah, well, same thing.
Well, but I would go. I don't know, Mark. A lot of people, an attic fan, they think that's what vents the attic, and that's not what we're talking. We're talking about the whole house fan. Man, you ought to investigate that.
You should get both.
That's what I'm saying, because the air conditioner will hardly work. Is your house situated? It doesn't really matter. It works with a 2-story house with a good basement.
Okay. Thanks, gentlemen.
You ought to look into it. It's QC Colorado. I mean, I'm serious. Look into it because that'll be even more efficient. Okay. Thanks. 303. Oh, am I behind again?
Very.
Right?
Yes, sir. Break.
Gosh, I'm just like one of those models, a little behind. Okay, go ahead.
That's funny.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Root Insurance.
Police activity on Quebec at C470 has both directions of C470 closed at Quebec. If you're headed eastbound, exit at Broadway or University to avoid the backups, and take Yosemite if you're headed westbound. No other problems right now on the highway drive around town, just seeing some slowing in the usual spots. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon. Will cool off to the upper 30s overnight tonight, and a cold front moves in the overnight hours with rain showers expected tomorrow for your Friday morning. Rain changing into snow later in the day with a high in the mid-40s. It's 87 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Look, Colorado.
1008 O'Brien and K&H.
We're Root, and we do car insurance differently. Our app lets us give you smarter rates based on how you actually drive, not things like your job. Root, for good drivers. Download the app today. Disclaimers may apply. See root.com for details.
K&H Home Solutions. They're happy when you compare their products because their products are superior. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Okay, you've heard of James Hardie siding. This is me saying it, not K&H. I'm telling you, I looked at them and compared them. Everlast is the best siding in the world, not James Hardie. K&H does Everlast, and they do. I'm telling you, it's practically, it is waterproof. It won't warp. It won't lose its shape. It looks like wood grain. It's beautiful, and that's what they want. They want to tell you. You get 25% off that when you shop with them, and compare the windows. Their fiberglass windows and their vinyl windows are top when it comes to efficiency and beauty. So compare to the others like Marvin, and you'll be surprised. Yeah, I use names because I know K&H has better products and lower prices. 303-421-7100, 303-421-7100, khwindows.com. Now, The other thing I love telling you about is when we're talking about real estate on this show, you'd be shocked at how many people, if they had a phone call before and a conference with an attorney before they close on real estate, they'd be better off. So many of you rush through real estate transactions, commercial or residential, without an attorney. OLSlaw.com. It's O'Brien Legal Services. Does all real estate. It's just a few $100s compared to what you're spending on the real estate, especially if you're having a question about the survey or the backyard, the border, eminent domain, adverse possession. O'Brien Legal Services, OLS. That's OLS. Okay, O'Brien Legal Services, OLSlaw.com, and it is the number 720-370-7388.
Thank you.
Do roller coasters, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Did you ever listen to Ronnie James Dio?
Are you guys still in Hilton Head?
Yeah, we're here till Sunday.
Oh, cool. Where are you going next?
What lake are we going to next, babe?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Titicaca.
Lake Wickapasaki.
Oh.
Suzanne's
I
going
used
learn
to fly
sail.
all over the place.
We used to go there all the time.
Is that in Florida?
Vacations with the kids.
I
used
just
to-
made that up. That's from
There was
What About
one where
Bob?
I got... I don't know if it was Hilton. Wait, does that have a big golf course there?
I love that movie.
Yeah, but there's one like
I'm sailing,
one
I'm
particular
sailing.
one. It's
With the lighthouse.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to Lake
Anyway,
Toxaway, North Carolina.
Myrtle Beach. No, it wasn't Hilton Head. It was Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach has also huge number of golf courses.
I
The
was
longest
somewhere.
drive we have
This
to
is
make
fucking
is at the end. We're driving to Maui.
Very funny.
I wasn't paying attention. I was talking. I was on a TV assignment. I brought my reporter and photographer. My producer. And I thought we'll just have fun. We flew down, no incident. Got there and had fun. Coming back, I don't know. I'm daydreaming. I swear to God, I did a giant circle. Yeah. I was VFR, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how, but I did a giant fucking circle. And she says, "Isn't this Myrtle Beach?" And I went,
You went back to where you started?
"Yeah." Just a circle. It didn't take that long. It wasn't a big. It wasn't like big. It's like 300 miles, maybe less, like 150 miles. I was just, I'm talking, right? And I'm keeping it straight and level, but it's kind of just meandering. And because I think I'm going, and sometimes you can do that. You can go straight and not worry about it. Or nowadays, fucking instruments are so right on. But it just made a big circle, and so we're coming back this way, and she says, "Isn't that Myrtle Beach?" And I said, "Oh shit."
Did you have to refuel to 500 to get back?
No, because we were just going from Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where I was working in TV.
Okay, so from there to Raleigh.
This reminds me a little of the old days of KOA morning news.
It was beautiful.
I don't even have to.
It was not beautiful flying there because the visibility was often low. But when we went, I'm trying to get a close up.
Yeah, I know the area.
You did Tubbs in April, right?
Yeah, and before that, Steve Keller.
Yeah.
So let's see, where are we?
Did you see Elon Musk's
So I was up here. There's a nice little airport.
But you
now
never
it's big,
did.
No,
but Raleigh
what do you say?
Durham,
It's good, man.
So
It's
I would
really
go
good.
to Raleigh,
It's
and then
head
where
of
did we
Fox
fly?
News.
So we flew.
He's just ripping the
Yeah, you never did the Fox.
And they're hating it because he was a lefty.
It's pretty.
Oh yeah, him switching teams is going to freak
It's
people
like,
out.
it is. It's crazy.
Right.
It's awesome.
I know. Oh, okay.
South Carolina.
See,
He
that's why I
called
did a
him
big
today.
circle. Okay, now hold
The
on.
party of division and hate.
Yep.
I thought Myrtle Beach was sort of right on the border.
Are people selling their Teslas now?
They will.
Trying to find it.
Yeah, there you go.
But
There
it's
it
not
is.
100% accurate.
Oh,
I mean-
deadly accurate.
Yeah, so
Come
I
on.
went from there.
Oh, it's bad. They're really bad.
Raleigh.
They do divide and hate. The
Hang on.
Hispanic-
Back to the out music. We're back to the out music.
All you have to do is sleep.
Oh no, I'm running out of time. I'm almost out of time.
Special editions.
So listen, 303 Martino, get in line. We'll get you.
Sorry, a lot going on.
That's all right, and I forgot we don't have an hour to go.
Follow Tom Martino.
Sorry, bye-bye.
Tom Martino. And stay connected with all.
Man.
Yeah, I just didn't even look. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Radio.
Bye-bye.
Leland Conway.
Oh, no, thanks for everything.
I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Hey, Hal.
I was like
One
a
of the
fucking
millions
idiot.
of homeowners who haven't refinanced.
Big deal.
Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial.
Although
the lowest rates.
Too weird. Hold on. Just a little weird, bros. I'm trying to make these rows a little more friendly for Mark, so you can see them better. Okay, let's go out and do this door.
Should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, and I know you're smart. I just want to make sure, because sometimes